One greetings from the high 10. It's everyday shenanigans. Yes, AB, I decided to go live. Yeah, I'm crunk because this BS is another Cal City Summer Wells case. A bunch of enablers making excuses for nasty ass parents, dirty parents, people who never tried. Never tried. And some of you YouTubers need to be ashamed of yourselves enabling people you don't know anything about. But see, I know why you do that. It's because you're the underdog. You're the underdog. You're that person that has had problems rearing kids, mad at the world because you couldn't get it right. So you decide that, well, everybody is the damn same. Well, many people make mistakes, but enabling people who are affiliated with a baby killer, you don't get a fucking pass. We're going to chop it up, different scenarios in this live pertaining to the arrest, the harassment, and this Michael brother. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he's saying is the truth or not, because my thing is you're bringing a version from those people from that house, which means nothing to me. Feel free to hit the link if you want to give your opinion. It is in the wee hour, the witching hour, but Queen is up because she took a late nap. And she chimed on in with Mr. AB's channel to see what was going on. This is just buffoonery. Let's go back a day or so with all the hoopla that was going on over there in Savannah. If I can't even pull it up now. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, you guys. Something's going on with this device and this content for some weird reason. Now I can't even play it. This is weird. Strange. Hello, everybody. Hit the link if you have an opinion pertaining to this nonsense. Hello, everybody. There's too much going on down there. There's just too much BS going on. I'm not in agreement with any of this stuff. Somebody will end up dead, fooling around with a bunch of clowns. Some of you really need to get it together down there. This isn't a joke. This is serious business. This is a child found dead or assumed dead. We haven't found him yet, but if I'm to believe he's out there, he's somewhere. All this he said, she said stuff, you don't even know what's the truth. You don't even know it's the truth. Let me find my other device because this one's not. For some reason, the video doesn't want to play. Just my luck. All right, everybody. Bear with me.
Situation and gone with it. It tends to have a real bag.
Hold on. I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, man. It's bad.
Protesters and the neighbors, and in no way or shape, or form do I condone this behavior.
Sorry about that. I don't know. My devices are acting really strange tonight. This always happens when I talk about crazy stuff. Craziness.
Like I said, you probably watched your fucking girl stand in that. You probably watched her Kelly. We went probably jacked off to it too, you sick fuck. My house was rioted. We didn't get down here to this. You a piece of shit. Wasn't Rick Ross McDonald still right there? Shut up. Down here. Oh, the big time YouTuber.
Dismissed. Have a nice day. I paid for you. You get out of here.
We're not breaking no Have a great day. Fist bump.
Should I call you?
Fist bump, baby.
I'm going to give a shoot strike. Well, you need to leave. You're going to leave. Your job is to get in your car.
I'm trying to make sure it's not about them.
But nobody's bothering them, sir. He said we was down here bothering them. We've been down there.
Actually, we were being quiet saying a prayer. We were actually being quiet saying a prayer, like candles.
That's all right. You're doing your job. And you're not doing your job. And he's threatening.
This is going to go to YouTube.
So this is what you're doing. And your name is what again?
Officer,
You got a badge number?
I do 10568.
Okay. Well, this guy over here is
10568.
lying on his property.
We were down there. He called you, and we all moved down here with you.
Okay, can we move down there?
Let's go. We can move down here, y'all. Come on.
Never dull moment.
Alright, thank you. That's all I'm asking.
No, we're not across the street. There's the neighbors a few houses down. Same asshole that cussed me out when I was. If y'all remember when I was backing out one day and I got cussed out, that was him.
I got bond money.
Oh shit. Oh shit. It's getting real. Oh shit.
This is county property.
Shut supply. We need supply. Shine the light. Shine the light. Shine the light. Shine the light.
Bitch, I'm what you right.
Shine the light.
You go to jail. I'm gonna be at your fucking door hearing. Bring your ass right here. We got your property. No.
No, you do your fucking job, officer. Do your goddamn job. You got a fucking weapon, dumbass.
Alright, listen.
You ain't shit. Just like your fucking chief.
Back it up, alright?
You back it up.
I'm trying to point a confrontation.
This man better arrest this guy for attacking my husband.
Get off the property.
Ain't nobody on the
You whore. Bring your business.
Do your fucking job.
I'm gonna press charges. It may be a press charge.
Issue up here.
Yeah, I wasn't attacking.
Hey, do y'all get any kind of fucking training along? You can't let that man with a fucking bag. Do your fucking job.
No, it ain't God. I had a reasonable conversation.
Yes, we
I
did.
spoke to you like a human being. Did I not?
Yes, ma'am.
That man better go to jail for trying to take my husband.
Hey, I'm not yelling.
That's your job.
He didn't attack him with the
I got other people. He's a man called.
You gotta take a face off.
Y'all, but this is part of it. Y'all have to understand.
Get away
hearing me, cousin? The neighbors started with us. They need to make a fucking arrest.
Let me stop right there. The person that's filming this, you're not a ride or die chick. I'm going to say that. Because you see, you're either in or out. That's street talk for those that don't know about the streets. So let's do a little street lingo, street slang, because this is all ghetto ratchet anyway. You're either in or out. There's no halfway in. You're either going to ride that fucking donkey or you're going to get your ass off. So to sit and act like, well, I ain't hollering, I ain't screaming. I'm just filming, eating pizza, staying in the car, don't want to be a part of it, but you are part of it. Because you can't 1 minute say, well, I'm praying, nobody's doing anything wrong. These people are disrespectful. I'm listening to the language spoken to the police officers, and they're doing really good not to pull you up by the fucking collar, because you've got some cops. You better be glad Mr. Chauvin wasn't down there. Come on with it, Quay. You better be glad you didn't have a Chauvin down there, because one of you would have been laying down with a knee to your neck. Come on with it. New York, Chi-Town, all over the U.S., you got the cops that they ain't going to let you keep talking crazy and cussing and spitting and all those names you were calling the officers when they were being polite, because they could have bum rushed your ass and threw you down to the ground and arrested you. And then you'd be getting a lawyer crying about your chin bone broke and your face got scraped up and, oh, I had a seizure at the jail, because you don't got no business down there. You don't got no business down there. You lying in the cut trying to pretend you're not a part of the madness, but somewhere in the before you get to the end of this video, you start hollering and screaming, so you are part of the madness. But you didn't want to get out there and stand close to the road where BJ and whoever was coming out that driveway, because you know the propensity that your ass could get mowed the fuck down. See, you all think this is a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. You're disturbing the peace, so this is not a peaceful protest. What you should be doing is standing outside the police department, standing outside the DHS office. Those are the places you should be asking them questions. Hey, what happened? You've dropped the ball. Hey, why aren't you arresting this person? You're standing outside of a house of people who don't give a fuck about nothing. That's why the baby's dead. You ain't put that together. They don't care about the kid. BJ never cared about the children. Let's go there. Plural. BJ never cared about the children, or she would have never had her daughter around the children. You've gotten information from the news that this dizzy-ass broad stayed high after pregnancy and during her pregnancies. The mother knew this. This family knew this. And now we've got some Michael brother up on this certain person's YouTube channel talking and tester lying, as we say in the street. If you're the brother that I think you are you the estranged brother, or are you the brother that lives there? Because my understanding, there was a brother that lived there and one that's estranged from the family. So what the fuck do you know about what the hell's going on in the house? And jumping off the phone to ask questions. What the fuck is this, the Gong Show? This is serious business about a baby. And you all are sitting up here just playing and dicking around. Hold, please. And then he goes whispers to somebody. They want to know, blah, blah, blah. I just got off of AB's channel, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You're sitting here playing fucking games with this he said, she said, and baby daddy did this, and he left, and we don't know why he left, and then you're going to bring the babysitter into it. Oh, she had a key to the house, and you don't know what is the truth with these people. Because I'm not getting ready to believe nothing about nothing when everybody stayed in that house. You're affiliated with them. You stayed in a house. You getting up on a YouTube channel means nothing to me. Bring me a fucking receipt. And the fact that somebody asked the brother on this person's panel about what was the issue with Leilani and a baby daddy, the one that fled, that would be the baby Sky's father, Danny. Well, I don't really want to get into that. Well, then what the fuck are you doing up there talking? You're going to go sit on somebody's panel, but you're going to decide what you want to reveal and not reveal. Then you shouldn't be up there talking, because in the court of law, all this is going to be played back to you, ding dong. You didn't think about that when this goes to court? They're going to play this little interview, this little $2 gong show you got going on. Oh, what did you mean by that, sir? What did you mean by you didn't want to explain what was going on between Leilani and the baby daddy and his parents came down and they were doing stuff they didn't have any business doing. What is this, a rabbi talking? They were doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing. And then a decent person would just say it. Hey, they came down here getting high, getting drunk. You just talk around the subject to where somebody still got to ask you, well, what were they doing? What is this? Hide and go seek? See, this is why you don't listen at this bullshit. And that dizzy ass YouTuber, I'm sick of your ass too. You are the reason people are jacked up, because you're an underdog. You ran all in behind Donna Wells' ass, and now you all the way wrapped up in this drama down in Savannah, Georgia. You don't got no business talking to nobody, period, affiliated with this family. Didn't you get enough of Donna Wells? And now you're sitting up here acting like, you know, you're following behind Harry Christian or somebody. You're acting like you're a fucking Manson follower. Yeah, I said that. That's exactly what I was thinking while I was listening to AB play this video. I said, what is this? Is this 1970, 69? What am I listening to? A bunch of hicks running around singing Kumbaya on our YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm going to call you out. And I hate doing this because I don't want to be a part of this type of shenanigans, but somebody needs to once again put you in your place. A year later, you are what's wrong with the world. You're an underdog and you're rooting for an underdog and you're with this BS. And you're sitting here telling people to be respectful in the questions that they ask. You can't tell a person what questions to fucking ask. What's the fucking purpose of a panel guest if can't nobody ask them any damn thing? You want to narrate the narrative that, oh, we don't know what happened. And, you know, it doesn't fucking matter, dizzy bitch. The baby is dead. So it doesn't matter if there was a fucking accident. The point is, how the fuck does a baby get in the dumpster? Then to the landfill. So who cares if it was an accident? Nobody's going to give a fuck unless they're riding with those dizzy ass people in Florida. They think like them dizzy ass 12 jury members that was on the Casey Anthony trial. And we know there's people like that because you sound like one of them. Oh, don't be respectful in your questioning. You don't have to be respectful of nothing. Then don't be on a panel. We're talking about a dead kid and you're sitting here trying to tell people how to talk and what questions to ask a motherfucker that shouldn't even be talking. And excuse my language, but I'm sick of this shit. You all don't give a fuck about these kids. You don't give a fuck about these kids. You just sit up here and talk, and put people on panels. You don't care about nothing. And this stupid ass brother, you are really a fucking idiot. This is a criminal investigation. You have no business saying anything on YouTube if you can't give the 411. And what you were doing on that panel was the 211. You have to get off the phone, put the fucking phone on mute to ask a question to Billy Joe or Leilani, and then jump back on the phone to give an answer to the panel and the viewing audience. Does this make any type of fucking sense? This makes no sense whatsoever. It is ignorant. It is ignorant behavior, and it's disrespectful to this kid, and it's disrespectful to his siblings. And the child is not only the primary problem, we also have 2 other children who are now in foster care. This is not a joke, and you all do not take this shit serious. And I do not condone what the hell was going on in Savannah, because let me tell you something. You've got a person out here that has nothing to lose, such as that dizzy ass broad that killed her baby. I wouldn't be surprised if a neighbor came out and just started shooting every fucking body. Bloop, 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 bloop. Got all of you dumb bitches laying down out there. And I guess the one filming, she'd be sitting there eating a pizza Oh my God, they're dead. Look, he killed them. Yeah, he did. While you're stuffing your face with pizza, all these people are laying down dead. Let's talk about that. When they get arrested. Oh, that's even better. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hold on one second, honey. Let me bring you to 411. Just a minute.
We don't know who the, yeah. I don't know who, hey, how many people are in the truck?
Somebody's laying down in the back seat.
Somebody's laying in the back seat. Who's up front? Paul, the brother, the heavy one?
We were like, oh, skateboard, he works all the way. You got that right. Well, I take my boot off, not how can you protect someone like that? How?
I'm good, y'all. Thank you.
How can you protect somebody like that? Easy. Because you're like that. That's why you can protect somebody like that. People do it every day. People know about crimes that people commit. People know about the sins of the father, the mother, the sister, the brother. They don't say anything because they aid them. It happens all the time. You hear whack stories from people all the time of things that they've done illegal. You don't go run, call the police. You don't go run, call Crime Stoppers. You don't say nothing. People do it all the time. And sometimes you listen to stuff, you don't know if it's true or not, so maybe you don't repeat it. But these people are enablers. These people are enablers, and this is why we have the crimes that we have. These people sat idly by knowing this mother had no business being around her children, that Billy Joe had full custody rights of at least two of the children, and you knew she had custody. I refuse to believe that none of these relatives did not know that she had custody. This is bullshit. So you're all guilty in my eye. Baby daddy, it's all the same. Yes, like attracts like. Exactly. That's why you got some dusty YouTuber sitting up there playing like she's, sanctified and want to pretend like somebody says a fucking life coach and be respectful and all this. Man, get the hell on with that. You have no respect for yourself. And I pray that you're not somebody's parent, which I've heard that you are somebody's parent and you've had issues with raising children. And that's why you're aiding these people from Billy Joe's family, because you're an underdog. You've had problems with DHS. You've had problems allegedly with the system. So you're one of those type of people. Yeah, I'm going to root for these people, even though I just got tangled up with Donald Wells and that drama. But I'm going to go back into the lion's den because I don't have any self-respect. I don't have anything. I need validation. I want to be a bottom feeder. I want to be a bottom feeder with a YouTube channel. I want people to feel sorry for me, that I am the underdog. I know what these people have been going through. I know what it's like to be ostracized as a parent and not carry my weight as a mother and a father. I know I'm a bobblehead, and I want you, the viewing audience, to feel sorry for me once again, getting involved with more baby killers. I want you to feel sorry for me. Please feel sorry for me. I'm a nobody. I'm a bottom feeder. I'm a bottom feeder. I'm a bum bitch. I'm a bum bitch that goes live with a YouTube panel so people can feel sorry for some other bum bitches because we're all bum bitches. How about that? Let's continue this mess. Thank you for joining me. It's BS. Absolute BS. Lost my place where I was. Sorry about that. It's just sad to me. One second. Did the brother say what happened? No, just beating around the bush, talking. That's all.
I'm sitting in my truck.
Oh yeah, they can get out on the other side. They have to do it really fast.
Hey, don't give them no ideas, because these motherfuckers just probably do it. They were all over that truck. I ain't going past that property though, y'all.
I ain't going past that property. I ain't going past that property, buddy.
They definitely trying to leave.
But I'm down there.
Somebody knows wherever they go. Either I'm gonna know somebody that knows where they're at, or somebody else is.
I'm just the innocent spectator.
There's people twerking, y'all, in front of the truck.
Can't make this stuff up.
People twerking.
I'm in the wrong pants. They just got off work.
Yes, Alicia. Yes.
Is that right there, I think? Here comes the photo. Everybody else ready?
Popo's on the way.
Okay.
Give the South a bad reputation. Anybody listening to this will think we're just a bunch of just goofballs. Yeah, she was. I figured she was inebriated, high, or something. Something didn't sound right with her. First, I thought maybe she was sleepy. I don't know, but something ain't right.
They can't hide, not from us. Every time a car comes back and get away with it.
All right, I need something to drink. Got you, baby. You ain't going nowhere. I know he's laughing. Smile for the camera. Smile for the camera.
Alicia, exactly. No Jesus in this camp, baby.
If they leave, y'all want me to follow them? Somebody better jump in with me. Hey, y'all, if they leave, should I try to follow them?
I was thinking the same thing. We got a brake light out.
We can jump in my car and haul ass.
Yes.
I got a camera. We got to plug it in to the cigarette lighter. It's one of the little ones, you know, the dash cam.
Yeah, unless you think there's nobody in there and that's what they're waiting for. Like, you know what I mean? So they can. These shady motherfuckers, they ain't no telling.
Hey, I hit my dash cam, y'all, and chase some son of bitches.
Fuck yeah.
It's right here. Go ahead and plug it in. And put it up on the dash. I can zoom it in, y'all. We could go live too. I can probably Bluetooth it to my phone. I wish I had my other card, because I could do it off through my screen. Here comes the Popo. Here they come, slow but surely. Y'all better be on your best behavior. That's the only way you can get them here.
Hey, we got a different one. Oh, God. Start. Where's the stopping up? Oh, it's right here. Oh, my God.
They're baby killers. No, we don't. They should not be able to leave.
We just want to let me try it, baby.
If they want to stay at the crime scene, then they need to stay at the crime scene. It's not safe for us. It's not safe for us. It's not safe for us. It's not safe.
Same one that didn't arrest that bitch next door for trying to fucking fight my husband.
Aggressively.
Not Ellie Mae. God, please stop. You guys are killing me. Ellie Mae. Hell yes, Ellie Mae. Ellie Mae eating pizza. Damn.
Is she in there?
Check your mouth.
She in there?
Oh, Jesus. Redneck Alley.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, one Pizza Hut.
Comes another one.
Get out, Steve. Right now.
Let me see the sign. Y'all see it?
Honk to show love.
Thank you.
That's the sign.
Oh, fuck. Look at this.
You should be trying to arrest me.
Oh, shit.
But you can't.
But you can't lock up a baby killer. Bullshit. No way. Oh, hell no. But what?
For what? Gina, call me Flynn. Gina, you ain't. Don't cuss him. Don't say nothing.
What'd they arrest him for?
Gina, no.
What'd they say? He ran?
Look, by Leilani. They got court. They didn't know we got your smell.
What'd they arrest him for?
Y'all see this?
For running? Running where? They arrested him for running?
Yo, I'm telling you, they are fucking.
They arrested him for running?
They are grabbing these people for fucking nothing.
Did they say running?
Yes, they are arresting people for standing in the. Look at this.
They said running.
Y'all, this is Chatham County Justice for Quitting. This is the shit that they pull. Look at them. They arrested her standing next to
Come on now.
in the street. Him for nothing. Him for nothing.
I tried.
This girl right here next to me. Yeah, why y'all ain't locking up Leilani? You're really good.
Yeah, but what's his charge?
10570.
What's his charge? What's your charge?
Your wallet or anything.
What's your charge?
Standing in the roadway.
I heard him say running. I got it on camera. You are not running. I heard running. I heard we arrest you for running. So he just changed it. This is on live, straight to the news, straight to daily news right now.
What?
But they don't arrest baby killers. This is how Chatham County does it.
Somebody take my truck, please.
Where is it?
Right here where the flash is at.
Is the keys in it?
Please,
Take it where?
just park it somewhere.
Take it to your house.
Shit, I'm by myself. Go get it.
They're gonna let me go. They're gonna let me go. He said that he's gonna.
If not, we'll get your truck. I mean, I live right there on the Fuller Parkway. It'll be safe at my house. What? Oh,
I got your stuff right here.
the one right there. I got you.
On the second floor. On the second floor. On the second floor.
Second. Is my charger still in there? Your truck's safe. I live on Canal Bank Road, right there on the Parkway. I'm by myself out there. My son might get Uber here. But I live in a safe neighborhood. He might let you go. He's probably gonna let you go.
Did she say she lives in a safe neighborhood? And where might that be now? Do your neighbors know what you were doing out here with these people raising hell, but you live in a safe neighborhood? Well, they should now know that if something goes down, such as this, you'll be right there protesting silently on and off from the vehicle eating pizza. Okay.
Hey, are you on my face group? Do y'all know their names?
Hello, Alicia.
Hello.
Where you calling from, baby?
From Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Run it to me.
You know me, girl.
Come on.
Oh, this is some crazy shit, Queen.
Yeah. It's sickening because
It is.
people don't understand that there's a fine line between protesting
Yes.
and hooping and hollering in residential area. Residential
Right.
it's not public. It's not a public arena such as a park or the public street. The street is public, but the property is not. So therefore, people have to be able to ride on the road in a
Right.
place that is private property.
And if I were the neighbors, I would be so pissed.
Yes, I'd be very pissed too
It's
because
not
I
right.
saw an ambulance go through there. Allegedly, they went to an elderly woman's house. I don't know what the
Right.
situation
She's
was that
having
had
a
anything to
stroke
do with this, but nonetheless, you are in the way.
Mm-hmm. And you could get in like the way of somebody's like first aid, like
Yes,
you know,
yes.
you could
And-
harm a life.
And even though we don't care for these people, you still don't have any business blocking them from where they're going. They still have legal rights despite the police deeming this Dizzy broad as a suspect.
What if that's like your family member, your grandma, your mom, your dad down the road, and they can't get there to save their life? I mean, it's not right. It's a damn shame.
Were you in Amy's chat a little while ago?
No, I was not.
You need to watch that video where the brother was talking to a certain YouTuber. Oh, it's priceless. It's gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that because, I mean, I believe in like voicing your opinion, but use some freaking sense. You know, I mean, it's a freaking shame. You know, it's rough.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
if you think this is something, I'm serious. Wait till you listen to that brother. You're gonna die.
I mean,
because he says Danny is the one that sent the text to McCarter.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's this little screenshot going around from allegedly Billy Joe about, you know, my daughter did it and this baby's gone thrown away. And anybody can fake a screenshot for clicks and views.
Yes.
You know? And there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, well, there's certain YouTuber that everybody knows that was involved in the Don Wells mess last year.
Okay, then.
The one that got hoodwinked by him. Well, why are you now immersed yourself in this case with these people? Because Donna Wells pulled a bummer on you and you were going live with him and listening to him.
Right.
Now you've got yourself wrapped up and now talking to this Michael character, and people in the chat were asking, you know, how do you know this is legit? How do you know you're talking to the right people? And she's telling the audience to trust me, believe me. I've done video chat. Well, there's going to be some of us that's going to say, we don't really give a you know what, because we are looking at the bigger picture, which she tells the audience to do. Look at the bigger picture. No, goofy ass lady. You want
some common fucking sense.
It was an accident and they threw her in the dumpster. I don't care if it was an accident. The decent thing to do is call 911 or take your baby to the fucking emergency room.
Exactly.
Hello, Kid Brent. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Denmark.
Oh, wonderful. Join us. What do you have to say about this information?
I only have one thing. I mean, I'm always in ABs. Okay. So I know AB. So one thing only I don't understand.
Okay.
The brother is on shares. I don't know if I can say it, but
I prefer we don't mention her name, but we know who we're talking about, so go ahead.
Right.
The brother is on another channel, and he's asked questions, and that's fine. But when he can't answer, he's asking Leilani or his mother.
Yes. Right.
But Leilani don't remember. So does you remember or not?
Oh, very good point.
Right.
Very good.
That's the only thing I wanted to say, and then I'm going.
But you're telling the truth. But you're telling the truth. Don't leave just yet, sweetie. You're telling the truth because now you have selective memory.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Kit, tell me how you feel about them protesting down there, hooping and hollering, raising the dead down there. Tell me how you feel.
I think it's too much. One thing is to want to do something. If you stood there with your signs and things like that, an elderly man or woman just got
the ambulance
taken away in an ambulance to a hospice because they're very sick. It's not okay.
Yes,
that's not okay.
I agree.
You can stand there.
Listen to this, lady.
You can stand with your signs. If they come out, you can say something to them. Don't scream and shout and run up
that's where the problem.
Windows
that's where the problem is coming at.
Don't bother don't bother the neighbors.
I agree.
Let's go here.
Don't
Somebody in
do
the chat
that.
said he's been on several channels and he's saying different things on each one. Ooh, that's not
Yes.
good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
mean.
So I don't know what happened to that boy, but the boy's dead. It's like
Yes,
you said,
exactly.
the boy's
Mhm.
no longer with us.
Mhm.
God knows.
And it's like you said, how did he get to the trash can?
Yes.
And how did they
Because
get
you can't
to
explain that
the
logically if you
landfill?
want to believe
Yeah.
it was an accident.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything to a logical thinking human
No.
being. So
No.
Not at all.
It doesn't. The boy is not here anymore. He deserves to have a decent burial.
Some
exactly.
dignity.
Well,
Yeah,
let's talk
with
about that. Let's
dignity.
talk about that, Kit and Alicia. Think about what you're saying now. The child deserves a decent burial, and who's
Yes.
going to bury him?
The state, I
Yep.
think, or YouTubers,
Yeah.
because
Or Billy
I
Joe.
can't.
Billy
I
Joe
can't.
has got to bury him because that would be the only right thing to do. I'm
I
glad
agree.
not to show that I
I
care.
can't see the family doing it
Oh,
because
she's going to
do
do
they
it.
have the money? Do
She's
they
going to
have
do
the
it. You know they
money?
have the money. If you can
Oh
spend
yeah.
$15 at a restaurant drinking and eating, you
They
can
can go to
maybe
Tybee
a casket.
Island.
Yeah,
A little small baby in a
but he
casket is
does
very cheap.
deserve a good and decent burial.
And he's not going to even have a casket because 9 times out of
Amen.
10 won't be
Yeah.
whole. So there'll be no need in buying a casket or even a small casket. You'll just have a picture of him and you'll pay somewhere to hold the
About
service. So it's a
$1,000.
funeral
Yeah.
home or a church.
Yeah.
Or do it
Community should
graveside
come
because
together.
of COVID. They can do it graveside, don't cost you nothing.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
You're right, Queen.
But
Or cremate it and just stand somewhere and dump the
Yep.
ashes in the water.
But
Not bad.
I think a lot of things because we don't know if the mother intentionally killed that boy.
It could have been Danny.
Yes, and
Allegedly.
it also could
Well-
have been an accident, an accidental overdose because
Yeah.
she had before given the babies.
Right.
Yeah. But Kit, nobody's going to care about that because you've been lying. You never came out to search for your kid. So why do I care if it was an accident? How did he get in the dumpster? See, that's the problem.
Right.
Even if it was an accident, you don't
Yeah.
dump your kid.
Accidents happen, but
No, we don't. We don't throw away our children like trash.
Okay,
No.
somebody says when the
No
stepbrother
matter
talks,
what, you don't.
he
do
referred to the baby Quentin
Yeah.
in the past tense, the brother.
Yeah.
Stepbrother. Well, who is the stepbrother? Because I'm getting confused in all these brothers. My source tells me that there is a brother living in the house by the name of Paul, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then there's another brother that's estranged from the family. If this guy is several years older than Leilani, which he said on that girl's YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's 7 years
Where's the brother
older.
that ain't got nothing to do with the family? I'm confused.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
The mother probably have a lot of kids,
a lot of children,
with a lot of baby daddies, like the mother.
Well, let's go here. If this Michael is a stepbrother, why are we listening to you? Why should we listen to you?
Because he have if the brother is a stepbrother, he's still in the family and he comes there.
Okay, true crime.
Not every day, but he have his.
But see, guess what? I don't want to hear from somebody that's not around every day.
Right.
I don't want to hear from somebody that's not around every day.
No,
that means nothing to me because I want to hear from somebody that's around often.
And how do we know he's really like? How do we know he's really like related?
Well, I know who he says he is because that's what somebody asked her.
I don't know.
It's alleged.
She's telling everybody to trust her. I don't trust you because of that bullshit that went down with Donna Wells last year.
No,
agreed.
Come out of your mouth.
We can't know if anybody is who they say they are, except Lalani, or the grandmother.
Celeste says, I think he said he lived in another state, but he's doing all the talking. Exactly. Let's say he doesn't live near Savannah. If you don't live in Savannah, you shouldn't even be saying anything.
No,
I agree.
Because you had to get off the phone every time somebody asked a damn question.
Yep.
Please check out the content because it's BS. Matter of fact, let me try to pull some of it up. Go ahead. You all finish talking.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just
Nobody
know,
does.
does Lalani remember or not? That's why. That's the only thing I'm
I mean,
concerned about. Does
is
she
it
remember or doesn't she?
selective memory? Is it
Yes.
postpartum psychosis? I mean, we don't know.
Oh no.
We don't know. Only God knows.
But we know she's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
That's
know
the
they're
point.
all lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But why?
The truth will always come out in the
Yes.
end. I mean, like, what will be done in the darkness will be brought to light
Karma
eventually.
will bite you in your ass. That's the way of life.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But I mean, Queen's channel. I've been following the Queen since Cupcake McKinney.
Yeah.
And the Queen's got it. I mean, she knows what's up.
I think she's a badass.
I agree.
Well,
Queen, you
thank
are.
you. Well, thank you. What's the
I
name?
was so afraid of you in the beginning because
I'm not afraid of
you,
Queen. Queen's. I
you were
mean,
such
Yeah.
a
Yeah. I'm not.
badass.
Listen, this is what I tell people.
If
I'm the
somebody
least of your
said
problems.
something, she was
exactly.
questioning why they were thinking like that.
Yes.
You know. So you had to have your thoughts straight. So yeah.
Queen's great. I love the
Yeah.
Queen. She's my favorite YouTuber.
Okay.
She keeps it real.
But Queen, I'll go down now. That's the only thing I wanted. So
I mean, I've been following the Queen for 3 years. This is the first time I ever came on her panel. And
sometimes I just find a little thing and then I say it. And that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'll be in chat. Hi.
All right, honey. Thank you.
The truth will always prevail. It will. Sooner or later, it'll always prevail. It'll always come out. God's got it. That's what I believe. Amen, Queen. Oh.
Trying to find this video so I can play some of this information. Hold on. Go ahead. Keep talking, Steve.
Oh, you're fine. I'm quiet. I'm shy. I always want to come up, but I'm usually like working when you're on, and I just listen and I pipe in every once in a while, and I really don't speak a lot, but I mean, I love your channel.
I appreciate that. What is the name of that Busy Broads channel?
What channel?
The one that where Michael was talking. You know the name of that lady?
BHB.
Huh?
Was it on BHB?
I can't hear you.
Was it on Bullhorn Brady, or was it
Oh,
on?
no, I heard the one that was talking to Michael.
Oh, I think that was on Dolly's channel.
No. The one that AB just played was her.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I didn't see AB's channel earlier. I didn't see.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sweetie. I got it.
Oh, okay, good. Because I need to see that.
Yeah, bunch of bullshit.
It is. It's ridiculous, but you know, you always show the truth. Like I said, I've been watching you since Cupcake McKinney, and I don't ever get on stream because I'm always working when you're on, but you know, I'm glad I caught you. This is my first panel ever, so.
Let's hear what this dumb bitch has to say.
Let's see.
I'm gonna skip some of it.
Atlantic City, not that I know of. I don't think he was ever there. Apex City, Stitching.
Are you hearing that? He was never there. How the fuck would you know who was at her
Were
house?
you there?
But he's called the babysitter allegedly. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. I can't stand this fucking lady.
Hi, Priestess.
Ignorant.
Yeah, you're right.
About these people, what was going on in their house to say who was in the house.
For that channel, so I'm not going to give you the view.
If you weren't there, how do you know?
How are you going to say that? You don't even know these people to know who was in their house.
We say allegedly, you know. I mean, like
ATS News.
Oh, okay.
Celeste is right.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Let me pause. Celeste says Michael is a busy dude. Why? Exactly. Because he's trying to save face with this goofy family that he's in cahoots with, and this behind the walls trick. You are really disturbing to me. I don't know what your problem is. Why you feel the need to keep immersing yourself in these fucking true crime cases. These are real people that you do not know dealing with dead babies, missing children. And to go on a live stream and say who you think was in and wasn't in the house. You don't have the right to say anything about who the fuck was in the house because you don't even know these people to say who was in the fucking house.
I agree, Queen. It's crazy.
If that lady tells you somebody texted her on her phone, be it Danny, be it Leilani, why the fuck do you need to dispute who the hell sent the text or sent her the phone call? You don't have the right to say anything.
Receipts, right?
Yeah, but the lady told you one of them called her. So it's a matter, do you want to believe this babysitter or not in the end? But a YouTuber doesn't have any business saying who called who and who was living in the house, who was staying in the house. And I've always thought this bitch is just dizzy as fuck. I've never seen anything like it. It's like, what is your problem? That you just like to uphold people involved in a case that you don't know anything about. I've never seen anything just walk up and, oh, he said this and he inboxed me and he told me this. She's trying to push the narrative. That what? Danny did it. He did it by himself. The baby mother doesn't have anything to do with it. She makes me sick. This lady, that's why I don't even like talking about these people because you're feeding into the, you know what I'm saying? You're feeding into the nonsense when you talk about these damn rats. She's a rat to me. She's a long-faced rat. Yeah, I said it on this live because you don't know these people. You don't know anything about them. Just like you didn't know fucking Donald Wells, and look how that ended. All their kids are gone. All their kids are gone. Still haven't found that damn baby. And now here you go, getting yourself wrapped up with some people and just believe anything that they say. And if this guy doesn't even live anywhere near Savannah, why the fuck are you going to listen to anything he has to say? Because he's still involved with these people. So I didn't tell him anything.
Let me see. If that happened, I don't think Billy knew that. We'll see.
Now Billy don't know nothing. Oh, wow. She can speak for everybody. Don't know nothing. Cher, how do you feel about Leilani dancing in the window? Somebody asked her. Yeah. I don't know. Did she dance in the window?
Okay, let me see.
Wow, lady, you're a piece of work. You are a piece of work, man.
I'm just seeing if I can.
Yeah. Exactly. Gator trash. Just you don't have any business even fighting for the rights for children.
Sorry, I'm trying to find that. I want to see that. Why is Danny so innocent in all this? He shouldn't be. Freedom believer, he shouldn't be. I think he's got some heat on the way to him as well. In fact, I texted him and let him know there would be.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that? Alicia?
We could play some of his raps right now and see if he copyrights me and gets.
Alicia? I don't know where Alicia went to. Michael's narrative is to switch the blame on Danny, Sky baby girl father, the one that, yes, we know, baby. He actually has a YouTube channel. Well, are you shocked at that? I don't know what happened. Alicia fell off. Let's play some more of this garbage.
Gives me his location.
I've never seen people want to be so important.
I will do it.
There's nothing wrong with trying to help get a
Nobody was
story out.
dancing. My sister just sent a bunch of groceries and everyone was putting things away. How can they see anyways? All windows are covered. The pastor brought them to us and they chased the pastor that everyone believes is the lawyer. They are so dumb. I actually thought that was kind of funny to hear too,
I thought
Billy,
it was
because
so funny.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, well.
Who is your guess? You will see. Trio Girl Mom.
I thought that was so funny.
Yes, he needs to be looked at much harder. All right, let me see if I can see that video, because if they, because Billy's saying, no, that didn't happen, how could they see? So I don't really know. Just like they're saying that
Thank you, baby.
Billy's other daughter went and screamed that they will never find Quentin, but Billy doesn't have another daughter. So that doesn't make sense. And I'm positive that they would not say that right now. I don't think they'd ever say that.
I'm looking.
Honestly, think they would say that.
Let me say something to this lady. And this is not to disrespect anybody that has any type of physical. Okay, sweetie, I'll put it back down. This is not to say anything negative about anyone that's sickly, because hell, I could be sickly myself and don't even know it. I have my own health problems. But one thing the queen don't look is sickly. You look sick here in this commentary where you're speaking a Quentin Simon discussion with special guest Billy Loved Ones, uploaded 7 hours ago. You look ill to me. Female is how I'm going to identify you, because I'm not going to call you Miss Lady, because you're not a lady. I have a potty mouth. I gained that late in life. For those who are probably curious to why the queen sometimes use profanity. Life made me start cursing, because I didn't originally use profanity. It's not to make an excuse, but when I hear this type of garbage, oh yeah, I get a little crunk, because I know when people don't care about a child, about children, and when you can come out of your skin and uphold people that you don't know anything about, that leads me to believe there's something wrong with you and you have an agenda. Okay? You can't say you care about kids and you're making excuses for how a child got in a dumpster. And I don't like when people say, well, maybe it was an accident. Maybe they fell down the stairs. Maybe they overdosed. Maybe they did this. That doesn't mean anything, because a child doesn't have any business in a fucking dumpster. So it doesn't matter if there was an accident. People have accidents every day. That's why you call 911. You don't throw them in the dumpster. You go walk by somebody laying on the street. What do? Throw them in your car and you throw them in a dumpster? Come on, you guys.
Knowing they're being recorded and shit like that, no. They're not saying that even privately. Like, they are saying, I want what happened. You heard actually and seen what Lamani's own brothers say. You've heard now, what mom says, aka grandma says. So I don't think that Leilani is being protected like everyone thinks she is.
Yeah, she's a junkie. I can see that in her.
It happened quite
because her eyes are hollow. Her eyes are hollow.
Today, though, right?
Very hollow.
Cold.
What's wrong with her? Huh?
Very cold.
Well, for me,
Go ahead, Alicia.
Some cold ass eyes.
Yes, they're very cold.
I'm just saying.
And they're sunk in, and that's not normal to have a sunk in look, because I'm sure this heifer is over the age of 40. So
yeah.
There's no reason for you to even be looking like this unless you've been doing some things you ain't got no business, as Michael said about Danny's family.
Amen. Amen.
How about that, Miss Stein? You've been doing some shit you ain't got no business, and that's why your eyes are sunk in while you're sitting here with your hair pulled back in a bun. You look like a junkie to me, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. Now, if you are indeed sickly, you've got lupus, you've got cancer, then I'll
And I
say,
pray healing on you.
I
I pray healing
apologize.
on you, sister.
But I ain't gonna apologize for you meddling in things that you don't got no business meddling in. I'm not gonna apologize for the fact that you are a shit stirrer and you're a clout chaser.
Yep.
And you like to push the narrative of the underdog. And I don't give a fuck if you ever got your kids taken, you were a junkie, you were an abuser. You don't ever push for people who have abused children. You should be the main person to say, hey, I had issues raising kids. I didn't do a good job, but I ain't getting ready to root for no motherfucker that's been deemed a suspect and their babies in a fucking landfill.
Absolutely.
Who the fuck does that?
We know who the fuck does that. We know who the
Disgusting.
fuck does that.
She ain't nothing but a long-faced horse.
Yep. I agree,
So
Queen.
twisted inside about this gorgeous boy. Yeah, vexing. I mean, we get it, but what's happening outside that house is not going to help this case. Like, I know they think because Billy's sons, gave them a reaction, but days ago, back on, I think, like Wednesday or even before that,
Days ago,
she shared a conversation with me between her and one of her sons, who was saying exactly what you seen him say publicly. Like they were saying, like he was tired of it then.
Lord of mercy.
I ain't saying nothing.
As much as they didn't want to give a reaction and give everyone what they wanted, they are scared for what's going on because it's not. Honestly, I think they should be doing protests at the CPS location. I understand they want Leilani locked up, but they should be protesting. I don't even think they should be protesting the police. I really don't, because I think that they are doing their job. It's taking them time.
We'll see.
I actually have more faith in the law in this case than I have in Hawkins County. If that's anything, I do. I think they're doing what they need.
I'm going to stop right there. I do believe that there should be arrests for filing a false report, because if you have information that she dumped the baby in a trash bin and the bin went to the landfill,
yes, Queen,
then the arrest should be for filing a false report, because one contradicts the other.
Agree.
So there's no reason to keep this BS prolonged. Just arrest her for that charge and ask the judge to hold her pending
or something.
Find the baby. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
You can ask the judge that. You have every right to ask the judge that.
Even for neglect.
This is somebody's YouTube channel. She goes by the name Voices Behind the Wall. She's something else with herself. Yeah. You are no share. Believe that, bitch. Yeah, I said that. She's disgusting to me.
They need to do. I think that they're using tactics that for some of us is plain to see of the media and stuff like that to apply the pressure. Perhaps they're keeping Leilani out. Let me hear, this is Nicholson. Oh, hi.
What Look at this. A fucking addict talking.
Is she even in our country?
Go ahead. Tell me what you're thinking, Alicia.
Is she even in our country to be able to give feedback on this or an opinion on this?
What do you mean, baby? Because she's Canadian. Is she Canadian?
Yeah.
Well, you know, our other YouTuber is Canadian, Mr. A. Balance. So I don't have a problem with anybody giving their opinion, but when you ride or die for people you don't know anything about that are related to the victim,
right?
That's the problem, whether you are American or not.
I agree, but if you leave your kids to flee to another, I mean, I don't mean flee, but or to travel to another country.
Oh, wow. Somebody said she's a talking rat, in my opinion. Damn, that's deep.
If your kids are in America and you're in Canada, do you have a right to give it an opinion? I'm not trying to be mean.
No, just explain what you mean, because I don't know what you're talking about. Just explain to me.
This YouTuber who's talking right now has kids in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe she left the U.S. and to abide or
Yeah, Beth said
cohabit with
she moved to
her
Canada to be with
partner
her
in
husband.
Canada, and their kids
Well,
are
tell
in the
me, lay
U.S.
it out. What happened in America for her to go to Canada?
I don't know, but I know her kids are here, and she lives in Canada.
Somebody said she's American, just moved to Canada a few years ago with the guy
Yeah.
she met online, left her kids in the U.S.
Yes, I didn't want to say that because
Well,
I
it
don't
doesn't
know the
matter.
story.
Hey, this is my channel. You can say what you want to say.
I know. I just want to be
I mean,
fair.
I'll let you say what it is, and either if it ain't true, then it ain't true. We find out it's not true.
It's
Then it
true.
is what it is. People give their opinions. I don't know what's the truth or not. Well, I can say that she obviously didn't give a fuck about her kids.
Right. I mean,
So my thing is, what did she
I
have
don't know.
custody? She turned over her rights, or a relative have her kids? What's the problem?
Yes, I think I don't know the whole story, so I don't want to speak.
Somebody
because
hit the link that has the 411 on this horse.
I don't know. I just know that her kids aren't in Canada.
Somebody knows about this horse. Hit the link.
I don't, so I don't want to speak on it because I don't want to be unfair.
Well, that's fine. It ain't about being unfair. I mean, you just say what you heard, and then
I'm just saying what I know.
Go from there. So I don't know anything about this baby horse. I heard all kind of crazy things.
I wouldn't
about
flee
her
the country to be with a man
last year. I heard
all
all type of crazy things about this goofy ass chick, and the fact that they sit there together. You know what that remind me of? When I was listening to her talk, AB was on the panel. I think it's the same audio I'm going to play. Harry Krishner's, the Manson family, they all remind me of that. Oh, you know, singing and chanting and shit.
The family.
Running in behind somebody, sitting in a circle, holding hands and kissing each other, running around naked in the middle of a fucking field with daylilies. That's what I think of.
I'm not trying to be mean. I don't know the whole story. I have an open mind, but
somebody says it's not her husband. Well,
no.
Husband, lover, sugar daddy. I don't care. I don't really care.
I'm not gonna shit, but I mean, I'm not gonna leave my kids in the country.
That's my point. You enabling people who you don't know anything about. You did this with Donald Wells, and now once again you've reached out to these people, because I know you did. You reached out to these people that you don't know a fucking thing about in this case. The police has told you that the woman is a suspect, and yet you're sitting here playing this audio from the brother and all this bullshit. You don't even know what's the truth or not.
And why the hell do people interject themselves?
Gay balance.
when there is a tragedy or a crime, why the actual fuck? And I don't drop F-bombs often. Why the actual fuck do people interject themselves?
A wedding. Oh my God.
To try to make themselves relevant. Why do
they
people
do it?
interject themselves?
They do it.
Here's the thing. Okay, so there was a missing girl in 2010 in my city. A missing girl.
And I'm not trying to be funny. Thomas says Harry Christians. You know what the hell I'm saying? Harry Christians.
Fucking airport.
Charles Manson, Jim Jones. It's all the same. That's what Cher reminds me of.
Let's go to Ghana or whatever.
You're fucking going to drink the Kool-Aid. Man, ladies, please stop. You
the
sound
cyanide
ridiculous.
Or whatever.
Yes.
It's like some snake handling, But I mean, like, there was a missing girl in my city in 2010, okay? A 22-year-old girl. She went missing. And that was my first, like, actual missing person search. Because I was like, if this was my kid, I would be banging on my neighbor's doors. Help me find my freaking kid. Like,
and that's the whole point of this story. Why didn't you ever say to the public, I'm distraught. My baby's missing.
Yes.
God, please help me. I want to find my kid.
And
that's
why
why
would
you know
you
when the
not-
people are involved, you don't go search for your kid. You don't ask the public for help for your kid because you've got something to do with it. Look at this bitch.
Exactly.
This bitch is sitting up here. Hey, I don't think some of you really know how nice it is over there at Tybee Island. I watch reality TV a lot. And the last show I watched, these group of friends went to Tybee Island. Shit, I was jealous as hell.
I was like, oh, damn, I need a damn vacation. I had a vacation in 4 years,
So I'm trying to tell you,
I would be
stay in a
knocking
hotel
on my
room,
neighbor's door.
it's ridiculous.
Help me find my
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
I don't
But-
care. A baby, a teenager, a preschooler. I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
going to knock on every
Everybody's
freaking neighbor's door.
I know what you're
Get
saying.
out here and help me.
Yeah, but the
I'll
fact
go
she
to the
didn't
police
flee to the
department.
public tells you everything about who she is and the family as well. Because not just Leilani, but the entire family. Nobody went to the public and said, "Could you please
I
help us
agree.
find this baby?" How
I
about
would knock on my strangers if I never spoke to them in my damn life. I would knock on my neighbor's door. My baby, my kid is missing. I don't care how old they were. If they were in my house,
country?
or
What are you
not
talking
in my
about?
house.
What are you talking about? Mark,
Eh.
which he has a YouTube channel. Children are being abused by their dad. Who are you speaking of? Hit the link.
Ooh,
I don't know what you all are talking about.
I can't see chat.
I don't hear. Let's hear what this crackhead has to say.
Yeah, let's hear.
Let me put the link in the chat for you, and also throw you a wrench so that you can
Throw you a wrench.
I don't want a wrench.
be rid of nasty people if you want to.
Well, bitch, we're Americans and we're nasty, okay?
All right.
I don't
We're nasty Americans.
Amy.
We're nasty. Sorry.
like Miss Janet. Miss Janet, if you're nasty.
Let me see.
She's a
here.
crackhead. I don't care what anybody
Like
says.
you're-
I shouldn't even be saying these things. It's not ladylike, but I just
All right, there's the link.
Queen knows a junkie when she sees one. She's been around him, so she knows that this bitch is a junkie.
out of here.
You
we're
shouldn't
not
even be
doing that.
talking.
That's gonna be an instant block. Don't. That's just. It's not needed.
Then she's got the little tattoos on the side. Are they supposed to be
LFT.
teardrops?
Hey, LFT. Sure, you're getting wrong info on anti-protesters. No, I'm watching. I'm watching with my own eyes what's happening. I'm not getting.
First of all, let me go here because I want to know how the fuck is she a Canadian citizen? Don't get me to testifying because I dated a Canadian and they wanted me to become a Canadian. And I know the rules were stiff back then, and that was like 2002. So I want to know, is she actually legal Canadian? Because I got a feeling you're just living with a motherfucker and you ain't working, you ain't doing nothing. Bingo card, bring it to him, Queen.
Oh, I don't know.
Unless she married a Canadian. Ting.
Who knows?
Is she a Canadian now or not? Is she a Canadian citizen or not? Because everything changed with 9/11. Queen knows what she's talking about.
I don't know.
So I want to know who the fuck this lady is, if she's a legal Canadian or not, or she's just living up in some Canadian's house,
I think the latter.
living
I
off
don't
the
know.
land. Yes, a grifter, perhaps. Bingo card. Are we talking about a... This bitch is just living in Canada with somebody that's aiding her, sugar daddy. She ain't even a legal citizen. Well, let's see if this bitch can cross back to America. Ting. Oh, Angela, that's not nice. Well, I'm drinking peach whiskey right now, so forgive me.
Sometimes the truth is not nice.
Yeah, I know the truth is never nice.
Nope. You know, it is what it is.
Let's see what this long-faced horse has to say. Oh, she's a dual citizen. Yeah, I want to know. Bring me a receipt.
Getting wrong information. I'm also getting sent videos from their front door and windows. Like I see what's going on. I heard it when Billy called me, crying
It's
her eyes
business.
out. It's sick, and what the people are saying is sick.
Okay, let me read here. Mark is her boyfriend. He has a separate YouTube channel and shares kids who are allegedly being abused by their father. So her family helped her hide them.
Oh.
Okay, so you hid the children and now you're a Canadian.
Holy shit.
And listen, everybody that knows the Queen, I love Canada. I love
you, Queen.
Brits.
Queen
Hey,
is the best.
I rock with the Canadians, baby, and the
Me
Brits,
too.
but not
Me
this
too.
bitch here. Look, not this bitch right here.
Oh,
I don't rock with her.
who you telling?
I don't rock with this long face fucking horse. I don't. That's how I feel right now.
Girl.
I watched her maneuver with Donna Wells, and that shit was sick.
That was like
Shit was so sick with Donna Wells, and now here you are. Fast forward 2022, almost at the end of the year, and you got your dusty ass wrapped up in this shit down in Savannah, Georgia, man.
flip flop shit.
Yeah,
right?
I don't have no respect for her.
No. Hey, when's Don gonna get out of jail anyway? So like
Hey, what I told people, when Donna Wells is home, you'll know it because he'll be on YouTube. He'll probably find Cher.
I think Candace is like waiting for him, like face down, ass up, waiting for Don to get out of jail.
Oh yeah, that's why she's been quiet. She couldn't handle the strife from everybody bitching and moaning. So now Big Daddy's coming home.
I shouldn't say face down, ass up, waiting. That's bad. Oh Jesus, Lord.
Say what, Alicia?
I said she's waiting face down, ass up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm waiting on Big Daddy. I'm waiting on Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
Yeah,
Big Daddy's coming up out of the Watkins County Jail. I'm waiting on Big Daddy.
Oh shit! That peach whiskey is getting to you, Queen.
What the? Please don't call me ma'am. Just call me Cher.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Hey,
Now she's telling Michael, wait a minute, I gotta message you guys. She's worse than the Queen. I'm that type that says I'm 51. I don't like when the young people call me ma'am either, because my mind still thinks I'm young. So here comes this crackhead telling him, don't call me ma'am, please don't call me ma'am.
Oh my God. Call me Big Daddy.
You can't make this up. Well, hey, crackhead, thank you for letting me come up on your panel.
God, you better call me Big Daddy back ass.
Loved ones, I can't even imagine what you must be feeling.
Oh, Jesus, I'm dead.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Sorry now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry you felt
Forgive
pushed
me.
to even go give these people a reaction.
Hey, Jesus knows your heart,
And
Queen.
your mom, it's like, and then I seen them trying to kind of twist everything you were saying and not almost try to pin you against your mom. So, I think we've all done enough talking. I just want to give you the floor, really, Michael, and say, like, what do you want to put out there? What do you want to say? Because we've all said enough, I feel like.
I do really good with questions.
You want questions? Okay. Well, are you okay with... I don't want... I'm trying not to hurt anything further, and I want your mom to keep being smart, right? So, do you guys have questions for Michael? I'm kind of getting all the questions answered, so I'm like, well, what do I ask you? Because
I can't.
you asked Michael if he was talking to Bullhorn today outside.
Queen, I have so many
Speak
questions.
with it briefly, yes.
She's a man.
Because, okay, how about that?
Can you grab your ankles?
You want to go speak to them with what they're doing outside?
Well, I was just trying to show respect because they are out here for Quentin. I was just doing the best I could, really.
I said hit the kink.
Yeah. And do you think that
Kink, link, same thing.
it helped at all?
No, I don't, because she turned around and twisted one of the things I said.
Yeah, she really did.
Wait a minute. I gotta read Thomas's comment. This is why we shouldn't breed with woodland creatures. I'm dead.
My God.
Thomas, please. It's too late in the morning for this. What the fuck? The fourth. Who are this? I don't need to go live this time in the morning. Please forgive me. I'm so sick of these people. This shit happens every time a child goes missing or they're found dead. You get these damn bottom feeders, these rats, these sewer rats, and they just come out and they just make up stuff and they aid the people, and it's just like, what planet are you from? What is wrong with you? I don't understand. Jesus Christ, please stop. Stop talking. Man, it's peach whiskey, blue velvet. Jesus, try it. You need it when you listen to this garbage. This is garbage.
Ask then if it's okay, just straight up ask you, what your thoughts are that happened on October 5th.
Well, I can give only hypothesis and thoughts like that. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, people sit there and say that I'm blaming Danny, but I'm like, no, he just needs to be in the limelight as well. It's not just.
I agree.
And there's a whole possibility of an accident, with the tub. I'm sure you heard about that one.
Oh, I haven't.
And those are really the only, and that or somebody came in and kidnapped, but that one's getting less and less likely in my head.
So, accident with the tub. Is this the new version that Leilani has given you and your constituents, that the child now had an accident in the tub? So let me go here. FBI agents drained the pool. Before that, somebody came in the house and took the child. Then it was his baby daddy took him. Then it was he wandered off. How many stories are you all going to come up with and push the narrative of these stories? Because everybody knows the truth needs no explanation. You don't spin a web and then go back in and say, well, wait a minute, let me change it up. You only change the narrative when you realize law enforcement doesn't believe what you are saying. So then you go and say, oh, he wandered off. Then they say, nah, he didn't wander off. Then you say, oh, Pookie came and got him. Nah, Pookie didn't come and get him. Oh, the babysitter had a key. Nah, the babysitter didn't come get him. Well, the daddy came and got him. Nah, the baby didn't come and get him. Well, you start running out of excuses. And she's bringing up all these different variations because she knows she killed her kid. And in the end, it doesn't matter if the child died by an accident. He fell off a chair, bumped his head. I got common sense to know there was no accident. This bitch got rid of her kids because she had to pay child support and the mother wanted her out of the house. But look at the flip side of that. She's now running around on an island, hooping it up with her daughter in a hotel, getting high, geeked up, drinking in bars and shit. Who does that after talking bad about their own child on the news? So you see, Billy Joe is full of shit too. That's the reason why the kid is dead, because your dumbass was supposed to be taking care of the kid, and you allowed those children to be in the peripheral of Leilani Simon. So you never cared about the children. And I do believe this is a financial situation. Perhaps you were filing taxes on the children, because you can't tell somebody, I want you out of my house, then say, hey, I want you to pay child support, and then the baby goes missing, and all of a sudden you're running around aiding the same person and running around in a restaurant, drinking it up and hooping it up and giving your phone number to a fucking waiter. What are we missing? And I'm just going to go ahead and tell the chat what was told to me 2 days ago. The IRS is investigating these people. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't know if it was worth me mentioning, but that's what was told to me from a source dealing with the FBI. That the IRS is now in Savannah investigating Billy Joe and his family. So like I said to the person who brought me the information, they probably have been doing some shiesty shit with their taxes, blah, blah, blah. I brought you that information the other day. I won't doubt that she's found these kids on her taxes, asked to get some fucking money.
Maybe a little fraud.
Yeah, a whole lot of fraud.
Allegedly.
People do all the time. That's what I told Chris Thorns, because he asked me the other day. He said, why would you mention that about the taxes? I said, people do that all the time here in Tennessee, claim other people on their taxes. It's a common thing that people do here in the high 10.
Claiming a mother?
Just claiming people in general.
Child?
Claiming anybody.
Anybody they can.
Anybody with a pulse.
Yep.
So that's the information I got from law enforcement. It's that the IRS is now in this case investigating these bumps.
I wish I could claim my damn dog.
Well, put them on there.
Maybe I should. Little bitches a lot.
I do agree that I think Danny should be looked at further because
Yes.
it seems to me it's either Danny and your sister or one or the other.
He left awful quick.
Yeah, or they're covering tracks. I just can't tell.
Right. And so I had not seen you, and I have actually not heard your mom. I haven't heard really anyone. I've thrown different ideas and theories to your mom too, but people think she's protecting your sister and trying to lie for her, and I have experienced the complete opposite.
Celeste says, I've worked at the IRS. I've seen people claim cats and dogs.
Oh, shit.
Well, you can claim anything on your taxes as far as what your expenditures are. You understand what I'm saying?
But I get
Country
caught.
Sunset says grandma is saying she had a nanny moving in the day after Q went missing.
Was it a dog nanny? I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I get a bad sense of
I know
humor.
there's no lying here. We all want the truth, and whoever it is that we find out did it, we'll walk them to jail with them.
Even if it's your sister.
Sadly, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
and that's what I've experienced, you guys, that, she's not being protected inside that house like everyone thinks. I mean, they're going through it like none other. They don't even know how to process it. That's got to be hard to look your sister, your daughter, your stepdaughter, in the eyes and have to be in the same house. Like what?
Well, I love her. I mean, she's my sister, and I'm always going to be there for her,
The person is saying nanny for who the kids are all gone. Before Celeste, before the children were taken. I think the children were taken a week later. So perhaps Billy Joe went out looking for a nanny to keep the children. But don't you find that interesting that you would go
not Diana
and not deal with Miss McCarter? Exactly. Why not?
Yeah, she seems like the person who is most vocal about caring about the kids.
But you've been dealing with her. So why would you go find a nanny for the kids before they get taken? You understand what I'm saying?
Somebody who will lie for you.
Huh?
Somebody who will lie for them, maybe allegedly. Because Miss McCarthy, I mean, I don't know her, but she seems to be like caring and honest. But maybe that's the problem.
What do you mean?
She's too honest, maybe.
She's too honest.
Maybe.
So she's talked. I can't remember the day that McCarter came out and spoke. If anybody in the chat can remember, let me know.
It was only a few days after he went missing.
Okay. So if she went and applied a day after, then something's wrong with this story. Because why would you go a day after before McCarter even spoke about because I can't remember the timeline.
Yeah.
Why would you go a day after needing a nanny if you were dealing with McCarter and you liked her?
Because maybe she was speaking the truth and they wanted somebody who would cover.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, baby, let's say McCarter had not spoke yet. This person is saying she went looking for a babysitter the day after the baby went missing.
Which is fucked up.
Exactly.
Pardon my French. I mean.
No, but it is.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I think.
So if McCarter hadn't spoken yet, why are you looking for a babysitter when you already have a babysitter?
Because they wanted to cover.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But I'm thinking I'm trying to critically think somebody who would not be fully honest or somebody who didn't know them. Somebody
because it makes a point of, let's go here. You called this lady, whoever did the calling, Danny or whomever, to say the kids aren't coming.
Early morning.
Baby wasn't coming. What about the other kids? That's something we have not touched on in any of my lives. And it's not something I've heard on anybody else's network. What about the other children? Because that's something nobody has spoke on. You called to say Quentin's not coming. Well, what were you doing with the other children if Quentin wasn't coming?
Maybe drugging them, but they were big enough to handle it. Or the 4-month-old may have been she was young enough, she couldn't obviously communicate or.
But I'm saying, this woman kept all the children. So if one's not coming, what are you doing with the other two? Bingo.
Right.
Or were you expecting to drop off the 2? But then what explanation would you give when
Right.
you drop off the 2? She's going to naturally ask, well, where's the other baby?
Right. Right.
Okay.
Oh, he's sick, so we can't send him.
That's something nobody has discussed on YouTube. Is what was the explanation for the other 2 kids?
Right. You're right, Queen. You're right.
Everybody's focusing on Quentin. What was the explanation for not keeping the other 2?
Didn't they say allegedly that we don't need you today? Leilani's home.
I can't hear you.
Didn't they say that like they didn't need her? That Leilani was with the kids.
See, all that's gossip.
Right.
That's the whole point of all this bullshit with this brother talking to Cheryl, whoever. All this bullshit means nothing to me because all these versions are coming from Billy Joe. You are the one that was responsible for the kids because you had custody of them.
She took custody.
Nothing you say is important to me at this point.
Exactly. She was at that point. She was the legal custodian.
Yes. So I'm going to ask the question one more time to the viewing audience. What was the discussion about the other 2 kids when you told that lady you weren't going to bring Quentin? What did you say about the other kids? Did Diana McCarter ask, okay, are you bringing the other 2? I have heard nothing about the other 2 because we keep focusing on Quentin. Which that's understandable because he's missing, but you got to make it make sense. Okay, he ain't coming. Well, what about the other 2?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess like you would think. Here's the thing: I would be like, okay, so he's not coming. What about the other 2? You know, I mean, if I was a babysitter, I would ask that.
Diana has yet to tell us what was said about the other 2 kids because if I kept 3. You tell me he's not coming. Wouldn't I ask about, well, are you bringing the other 2? I haven't heard her say anything about the other 2 children.
I agree.
You all got to pay attention to this stuff.
Hey, the truth is always in the beginning.
Exactly. There's bullshit here.
And there's a lot more said than what's not said. You know, like
exactly.
You have to not only listen to what you're being told, but listen to the omission of that.
Yes, because this story is running now, coming up week 3, and you haven't heard from Billy Joe, police, or McCarter.
And that's the thing.
What was said about the other 2 kids?
If I were a babysitter, I'd say, okay, so maybe one might be sick or not feeling well or ill or whatever. What about the other 2? I'm the babysitter. Should I expect the other 2?
McCarter never said nothing in that first Facebook Live that she asked, okay, well, you're not bringing Quentin. Am I supposed to keep the other 2? Right. She never even said that they even said, hey, we're not bringing none of the kids.
But I have to ask, okay? And everything is like alleged and, you know, you have to question everything.
Yes.
Okay. So why did Danny go to work early? And then Danny came back allegedly.
He had to, because that's the whole point. Do you believe that he ever went to work? 1. 2, if he went to work, did he come back? He had to come back if we're to believe that he went to work because McCarter says she saw him there at the house and he gave her a cold look. 3, why would you be giving her a cold look for what?
You go and ask, hey, can I help you? Can I help you search? No, we don't need your help. Why not? Because if my kid... I mean, he was the freaking 4-month-old baby's dad, okay? So, like, even if the other 2 weren't your kid.
Okay, sure. Somebody in the chat is saying the babysitter said Billy Joe told her Leilani was keeping the kids that day. I don't remember hearing
I don't remember that either.
I don't remember
Danny saying,
I don't remember hearing any of that.
No. She was out of fucking town.
I don't remember hearing any of that. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I don't recollect any of that in the in her conversations when she went live, Miss McCarter.
Right. But I mean, like, who fled first?
Yeah, that's the point. So that means he either knows something, he's a part of it, he's trying to make himself get out of it. Because in the end, if you are the one that called McCarter, you're complicit.
And you didn't take your 4-month-old daughter with you.
Exactly.
If you thought
Why
that
wouldn't you
the
take your
mother,
child with you? Exactly.
yes. So
Oh, sorry.
that who
Let
would
me
leave
put
their
that back in
4-month
again.
old daughter?
I left something out. Sorry, you guys. I'm rushing. Go
No,
ahead,
you're
sweetie.
fine. Who would leave their 4-month old daughter with somebody who had problems, who had like, you know, I mean, who would leave a
Why are you with
4-month
her,
old?
period? Let's go there if you just want to go be judgmental. Why are you with her anyway? Why are you somebody that gets high unless you get high? Stay woke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And who would leave a 4-month old daughter with somebody?
This is no different than Debbie Collier's case.
I
A
agree.
guy claims she's stealing my money. She's a drug addict, but yet you're still with her. You
Right.
left from Maryland, come all the way back down here to Tennessee. You went up to Maryland with the junkie.
Amen.
Now you got this
Amen.
case in Savannah, same state. You don't get high, but you're chasing a junkie that gets high. Come on now, make it make sense.
What do you benefit from that? You know,
Exactly.
what is the benefit? And I feel like if somebody, here's the thing, okay, like things happen, but I mean, like a 4-month old baby, you're gonna leave your 4-month old baby to go to a fucking other state, pardon my
Yeah.
French, and you're gonna play pool with your buddies.
Yeah.
You're not, I mean, in my opinion, allegedly, you're not
No double rainbows.
probably innocent. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to, like, you
I know what
know,
you're saying. Double rainbows, where you calling from?
Ohio.
Oh,
me
yeah.
too.
Welcome to Ohio. Thank you for joining us.
I'm in Toledo. Nice
I'm
to
in
meet you,
Cincinnati.
Alicia. All right,
Nice
I'm
to meet
actually next the county over from Toledo.
Okay, thank you for
Yeah.
joining me. Let me know. Tell me what you think about all the writing, the rest, and this information with Michael and this YouTuber.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Since you're backing up with the questions, and that thought never occurred to me, but then
About what? Well, about what, baby?
what you were asking, why weren't the other two kids?
Yeah, because that was never discussed. I've not heard one time in any of her
Nope.
lives, her going live.
Not at all.
What was she supposed to be doing with the other two children? Did they mention about the other two children coming?
Okay, and then I'm gonna back up before that.
Okay.
Because rumor has it that the babysitter was saying that, I don't know if it's true or not, but the babysitter was saying that she only charged for 2 children, not all 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that goes along with your question.
Oh no, it doesn't. I mean, what I'm saying, nothing was said about the 2 other children coming over to be kept that day. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess I should rephrase. I was thinking maybe, perhaps, that goes together.
That makes sense.
What makes sense? I'm confused.
Well, she was charging $15 a day.
Yeah, which is nothing.
Well, 15 for 2, but she had 3 babies.
Okay.
So it would have been 45. I mean, like if you were like really like, you know, going by per kid per day, which 15 per kid per day is cheap. But she was only charging $30 a day.
If they're working, and she already said she kept the kids even when Leilani didn't work,
Right.
Why would you not be taking those 2 left to go over there?
I mean,
you can't take the 2 because it's suspicious without the 1. Stay woke.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. Unless there's a benefit somewhere. I mean,
somebody said, babysitter said Danny texted and said Leilani was keeping the kids. I'm pretty sure that is what he said. Okay, yep. But this goes back to what the babysitter said. She still would bring the kids over when she didn't have to work. So I would be suspicious. Yep. Why would she want to keep her kids
she said
down?
She'd hide.
And one's not coming.
She said she'd be on the porch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. She said she'd be on the porch. She'd look out the window. She'd
That's
have
right.
the kids.
Smoking a cigarette.
And Mom would be on the porch smoking a cigarette.
So that's what I'm saying. So if we're to believe this version now, why on this one day that you're not going to bring Quentin, you're going to keep the other 2 kids?
It does not add up.
Come on, you guys.
And I want to add to your question, because I feel like, okay, your question, what was the story? Why weren't the other 2 kids mentioned? Well, why was the babysitter only charging for 2 kids? So when exactly was Quentin gone?
See, I wondered that too, because that will lead a lot of people like the babysitter that is she telling the truth about everything? I don't know. I'm not trying to
Sometimes there's a lot
be a bad person,
being
but
said and what's not said.
yeah.
You know.
So if
Sometimes,
she's
like, you hear
only
so much
charging
sad.
for
I'm sorry.
2 kids,
Yeah, just 2 kids.
does that mean that Quentin? Let's go to, because the timeline's important.
Yes,
Does it?
it is.
So why was Quentin the one that was free of charge? So does that?
No,
So
Sky.
listen.
Maybe the 4-month-old.
Sky was free of charge.
Yeah, the 4-month-old.
Thank you.
Yeah, only Sky was free of charge.
But they said a lot
Okay.
of times they were brought without diapers
Listen,
and milk.
that's what I've been trying to make people understand about this story. The first day you come to me with your kids and you don't have diapers, formula, milk,
I might buy a
whatever,
pack of
I'm not
diapers.
keeping your kids.
No.
That's why you're supposed to look in the bag as soon as they come in, but most people probably wouldn't, because you're just assuming there's shit in the bag. But if you just brought the kids with no bag, hell no, you're going right back out with your kids. I'm not going to keep your kids and you walk in, you don't even have a bag. So that's what somebody should be asking Diana McCarter. Day one, when you got the kids, did she even bring a bag over? Because there's no way you can keep a kid for 12 hours with no diapers, no formula.
I agree. And here's the thing. If you bring, I mean, that shit, like, I'll be fair, but I'm not going to, like, give away my time. I mean, like, I love babies, but I mean, I'm going to take care of some kids. But here's the thing, like, there's a line. And my thing is like, if
she
you're
should have
not,
stopped. That's my personal opinion.
she
The
was
first time they
enabling
came to
too.
her, exactly. First time they came to you without formula diapers, you should have gave her kids back.
And here's the thing, I'll give you a week.
No, not even a week. No week. Because in the end, you're being responsible for some kids that you're not making any money off of. And that's not your job to be buying formula, diapers, infant meal. Who's to say if McCarter even had the money to be buying diapers? That's what people don't understand when you say, oh, I let you go a day or two. That's not my responsibility. You're not paying me anything anyway to keep your damn kids. So what the fuck do I look like reaching in my pocketbook to buy food for your kids when you're not even paying me anything? Then she tells us that the people would borrow the money back. So what the fuck are you borrowing back? You're not paying me what I'm worth anyway. You're not paying me what I'm worth. And you're going to borrow the money back? See, this is bullshit. This whole situation, whether you want to hooray for McCarter or not, she put herself in this situation. And I think at some point from either day one on, she knew these people didn't care about their kids. She knew they didn't have formula, milk, whatever. She should have bowed out.
Right.
Okay. The boys and where are the boys?
Mandy, calm down in the chat. Stop the nonsense now.
Okay. Do you know about what the heck are their names? Because my brain is fried. Nobody,
and nobody.
Okay. Anyways,
Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Orphan boys are in California. Long story short, they were reported missing when they really were missing 2 months ahead of that.
They were dead.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So you don't have to bring over diapers or anything if there's no Quentin. So when and the IRS, did she claim the kids? So I guess what I want to know is when exactly did Quentin disappear? You're right. Possibly the babysitter is lying.
Yeah. I'm not trying to say she's lying, but what I'm saying is some will question all of the information. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm saying Miss McCarter is lying. But yes, you have to have a timeline of when you last saw the kids. I don't think she's lying that she had the kids the day before, but what's the issue is she's never mentioned about keeping the other 2 children when these people called to say Quentin wasn't coming. That's where I have the problem.
Because the babysitter, if she was supplying the supplies, she could actually claim that on her income tax.
Yes, she could. Exactly. Yes, she could. Now, that's a very good point. Yes, she could. But she shouldn't prolong the situation because, as I said, whatever day they came to her improper with the children's belongings, diapers, etc., she should have told them, I can't keep your kid. And then she goes on to tell you in that live, hey, I know things about her, Billy Joe. So that lets me know you probably should have left those people alone. You should have just left them alone. I'm not going to say probably because I don't like sugarcoating stuff. You should have left them alone. Let them keep their kids. You can still love people from afar because we all do. You don't have to wish them harm, the children, but she should have bowed out. Because the one thing everybody don't seem to realize is that this chick lives down the street from these fucking people. Who's making all that noise in the background? Leisha, that you? Or that double rainbows?
I hope it's not me because I don't have headphones.
Well, are you rambling with something?
I don't think it's me.
Who?
I don't think it's me.
Okay. Let's hear some more of this garbage.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. Already almost 2 hours in. Let's run it.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I'm going to tell you something else, too, about this behind the walls. What is this dark shit in the background with somebody with a hoodie on? And what's the purpose of that?
It's the devil. I'm just
Exactly.
kidding. I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she, so until we have actual evidence, then I'll believe it.
Right. Don't you think that sounds fair, you guys? Do you think he's really in the landfill? I hate bringing up.
I pray he's not.
You pray he's not. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, AB. Thank you, EMG. Did Alani fail the polygraph too, though? I think.
Hold on one second. I got to ask like that permission to say that.
Okay.
Oh
yeah.
my. Are you serious? Okay. Wow.
Okay. The girl's going to jail. Really says she's going to.
I'm sorry.
Pardon?
Doing FBI and stuff and personal.
Yeah, okay.
I can't disclose it.
I kind of figured. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me stop it right there. Let you all chime in. He can't disclose that she failed or didn't fail the polygraph. Let's go, Alicia. Alicia?
I since you're venting, I need to vent. I am pretty
Okay.
I'm really pissed off that they're playing the system in the first place. Because if the grandmother adopted Quentin, the mother had no business being in the same residence.
Exactly. So explain to us about her testing for cocaine. Who was testing her? Why did the baby leave the hospital with the mother? Why didn't nobody try to see where the babies ended up? Bingo card. Keep talking. There's something off with the whole story.
I'm going to go back down if I'm making noise. But why do I, after the Summer case, I refuse to watch any of these people. And I'm sick of them, and I can't stand her voice. I can't stand Cher. She's fake. And why do I feel like YouTube is in cohorts with all these channels are paid actors? Because YouTube benefits and gets 30% of everything.
Yeah. Well, it's the business. This is the business. That's what people don't understand about YouTube. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. This is a business.
Okay, thank you.
Doesn't matter if you're talking about eating pie, what I did today on my job. Once you become monetized, yes, YouTube gets a percentage. So when people get mad about what you're talking about and blah, 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 you forget YouTube is getting a percentage of this. So it is what it is.
So, are they employees of YouTube? These creator drama people?
We all if we're monetized, yes, we get paid by YouTube.
Do you
And
get like a 1099 or I don't know how it works.
Thank you. I appreciate your input and feedback.
okay,
That's not me scratching. What is it?
I don't know. Let me. You're muted and you're talking, so I don't know. That's strange. Let me see if it's Alicia. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Go ahead and speak double rainbows. And let me see if it's Alicia.
Okay, this is the noise. Do you hear it now?
Yeah, it was Alicia. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Oh, it isn't me then?
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Well, no, I want to make sure I'm not making noise.
Well, that's why I'm telling you to keep talking because I don't have it in the background, sweetheart.
Oh, well, I'm going to turn off my microphone and you tell me if you hear the noise.
No, you are fine. Just keep talking. Oh my God.
Oh, well, hell. I don't have anything.
I think it was Alicia. Just keep talking. It was Alicia's. Go ahead. I think.
Okay. Well, I'm frustrated.
Well, we're all frustrated, sweetheart. This Michael is not helping the situation. He shouldn't be saying anything because he has to get off the phone to ask them questions. And in the end, it's their version. And these people lived in the house with the culprit. So I don't care about anything they have to say. What they have to say means nothing to me because you allowed this bullshit to go on, Billy Joe. You had custody of these children. So you running up in that woman's house, acting a fucking fool. Then your husband's threatening, oh, call the police or show it to the news and all of those dumb bullshit. You all didn't care anything about those kids. That's the reason why the damn kid's gone. Nobody wants to talk.
I agree.
I'm fucking sick of this shit. Fuck it, I'll cut.
I agree, double rainbows.
All these kids,
Shut your mouth.
all these kids in suitcases. You know, I'm following so many cases and it gets worse every day. And I'm disgusted. I've only, next month will be 2 years on YouTube. And the reason how I came to true crime is I found my predator that ate me as a child. He's still out there walking.
Your what? Slow down. Your what?
He's still out there walking.
Who are you talking about?
My predator. That's how I came to YouTube in the first place.
So you were sexually assaulted?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Okay.
And,
all right.
I have my receipts to prove it because
I hear that.
I'm glad you're here.
Well, no, you don't understand. I grew up in Washington, D.C., and I babysat for the FBI guy across the street. And my parents,
hold on 1 second. Alicia, you need to drop down your other box. You have another box up here where there's two of you up here. So you need to go on your computer and just log out and then come back up, baby.
I'm going to mute myself, but I only see one.
Yeah, it's two of you up here. And I already removed that one, but it's still
okay. I'm going to close it and come back.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, go ahead, double rainbows.
Thank you. I'll try to make it as short and sweet as possible. Okay, so obviously he worked at the Pentagon. See, I don't trust FBI either, and I'll tell you why. Because the Pentagon and my family made a deal to sweep it under the rug. Mm-hmm. And he is a detective. How I found, you're not going to believe this. This is how I came to YouTube, and and why I'm into crime is, long story short, you know that reality show called The Survivor?
On CBS?
Yeah, that series, it's a reality show called Survivor. The point is I'm the fucking survivor, and you don't know how fucking bad I want to strip that title away from him because I'm the fucking survivor. He's the predator.
Okay.
So
can you say exactly what age you were and what he did to you?
Well, I don't need to go into details, but I'm just explaining how I came to true crime in the first place.
Okay.
And I'm fucking pissed off at all these people. I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut. I'm 58 years old,
Okay.
and I have a story to tell. And it's not about me anymore. It's about the victims now, and more importantly, to prevent future victims. And it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. All these suitcases, and you're right. I heard you mention that. Well, we all know that the pretty white girl syndrome, and that pisses
Yeah.
me off too, because I hate fucking favoritism. I
Yeah.
guess you kind of got me fired up. And so I'm just disgusted. And when these creators step in, like, I can't stand Cher. She's like one of the worst ones of all.
Yeah.
You know, knocking on the babysitter's door and shit, that's bullshit and crossing the line big time. And it's not a fucking game. These kids is why I'm on YouTube, and they need justice, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
I was just venting because you got me fired up.
Fine. Well, can you tell us what age your abuse started? Can you tell us that part?
Yeah, 15, but
15.
there was another predator before that.
I can't. Wait, slow down. Say what now, honey?
There was another predator before him.
Okay,
You know,
you had two predators as a child.
yeah.
Were they relatives or friends of the family?
Well, it's not about me. I was just venting.
I'm just asking you. Listen, you brought it up, so I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's kind of a long story.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. That's fine.
But the
let
me think. When you asked me, I forgot where I was going. Hold on.
Yeah, you done got crunk too. All right, everybody. Let's resume this nonsense. I'm 2 hours into this live. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $Beganji, 129 Cash App. I'll stick you some chats and welcome during the live. Here is the rat from behind the wall.
I never left the kids along with Eleni. Well, of course she feels that now. Of course she feels that now, right? But as a mom, can you understand? Like, Billy's been very open. She's spoken publicly about her struggles, even her learning to be a mother herself and having to fight for her own kids and doing better. And she did. She got her kids back, right? She wanted the same, and you guys know I can relate to this from my past. So she wanted to same chances. And can you blame that being a mother? Like, really?
Chew my
Sure, if you hear this, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Mark, do you want to come in here? You probably have some good questions too, because I also know we have.
Mark, you want to come in here? You want to lick my ass? Mark's a good ass licker. How about that?
Right. Yeah, they're being because they're everything that we wanted the Wells to do is exactly what this family.
Mark is good at biting ass cheeks. Can I get a amen or not? Hello? Anybody listening?
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
We're talking about her lover, the person that's speaking. That's who we're speaking of, sweetheart.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. He likes biting ass cheeks. He's probably a toe licker too, because this bullshit she's spitting out is making me want to chew my paw off.
I feel like kicking her ass because I've been at you for 2 years. For 2 years, I have not cursed and I've refrained myself.
Oh, it sounds really, really high. I think we're all high at this point. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be playing.
So it feels kind of good because I feel like beating her ass. She pisses me off.
Hey, let me tell you something. America is full of trees. So instead of us riding down to Savannah to disturb the peace, let's find these fucking YouTubers and find their ass and tie them against a tree and beat their ass. How about that? Especially this crazy ass bat here.
I wish I could. I don't want to go to jail.
I don't want to go to jail either. I ain't going to jail over no damn long-faced rat. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, she's not worth it.
I got a few rats around here already where I'm at that I can go to jail over.
And I'm at the point
I don't
where
need
I
to go
no
to jail
longer...
over a YouTube rat. Disgusting. Aiding people you don't know anything about. If you saw them on the street, you couldn't even pick them out of a lineup. This is disturbing to me, how people get themselves wrapped up with random strangers and don't know anything about them and start aiding them and pushing a narrative when you don't know these people. They're just spinning a web to you. They can tell you anything, and you're sitting here getting mad and telling the chat, don't keep asking the same questions, and we've heard this 1,000 times, and please be respectful. And you're disrespectful. You're disrespectful to the dead. There's a child that's dead. There's 2 children in foster care. What the hell are you saying?
Well, it's impossible for me to ever have respect or feel respect for them because they're fucking hypocrites. They have no room to talk.
Well, we know this one doesn't. I want to know what's up with her citizenship. I want a damn receipt because I don't trust anything about this bat.
He was doing, and they're getting mad hate for it. Thank you, sis. Love you. And I don't understand it because I specifically remember us all saying very publicly, I wish the Wilds would just like lay a little lower, stay a little more off social media. Or didn't we all wish we saw Candace run up on Jody Sue? Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything is so opposite of the Wilds, and I can remember everything we're seeing in this case, we wanted to see in Summer's case. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you that Michael, Billy, Cody, they have not, like I said, Billy has answered questions, even if it's made her look shitty in the public. She answers them honestly. That's not the same as Don Wells and Candace, who only cared about making themselves look better. In fact, I'll repeat it over and over. I have literally on my phone, I could make Billy look 100 times better than people, but she actually asked me not to do that right now. She's not focused on that. She's focused on wanting on Quentin's case and putting Quentin to proper rest and actually getting to, instead of be in the feeling she's in now, then she can finally grieve and mourn not just the loss of her grandson, but her daughter too as well, more than likely.
Oh, wow. It's amazing how... Go ahead. It's amazing how a person can speak for people who refuse to talk, and you're using the mouthpiece of a brother that doesn't allegedly stay in the house, if I'm understanding this correctly. This is all bullshit. Go ahead. Alicia, what do you have to say?
She has no room to talk, though. I don't understand that.
Alicia, what do you have to say?
Assumption and projection.
I mean, I never see anything like it. This is so disturbing to me that these people actually walk around and breathe.
How do they know how to get dressed in the morning when they get up? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, what pisses.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, Rainbow. Alicia, what did you say?
I said it's just a lot of assumption.
Yeah, because you're only going on the version these people are spinning, and you have to fucking put the phone down on mute to ask the question. He shouldn't even be talking because he should not be telling us anything. Nothing. Let them speak. That's why this goofy ass chick is stupid. Why are we using a mouthpiece of a person that allegedly is supposed to be estranged? Which is the brother that's supposed to be estranged from these people? Somebody please bring me a receipt. Because it's bullshit.
I'm just frustrated with, she's accusing them of what she's guilty of doing herself.
Herself, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And that's what I want to say about the people protesting. And this is not to be rude to anybody that was protesting, but when you were disturbing the peace cussing and fussing. To me, you're no different than Leilani, Billy Joe, the people in the house. Because I got a funky feeling that all those people that are out there raising hell, you probably got some skeletons in your closet that you wouldn't want released to the public. I'm going to go on a limb and say that.
And I'm right behind you.
Alicia, what you got to say about that? And she's having problems. Go ahead, Dracos.
Well, I guess they're going to watch us sooner or later, so I'm telling all of you, drama, crama, whatever you are, that you're disgusting and appalling, and how dare you accuse people of what you're guilty of doing yourself. You have no room to talk, and I'll never watch any of you or subscribe to you and or support you. Just know that, and I see you.
Okay.
I mean, I agree.
Mandy.
Give us facts.
Mandy, stop the harassment in the chat now. Behave. I'm giving you chance after chance. Stop it now.
Give us some facts. Who was there?
Yeah, see,
You
this
know?
is bullshit. This is what people do when you're doing the strategic move like a lawyer. This is why you hire lawyers, right? To
You
speak
just
on
you
behalf
shut
of
the
you.
F up and you don't
Yes.
talk.
Mm-hmm.
Guilty, innocent.
That's what they're doing.
Guilty or innocent. I mean, like, don't talk.
So Michael is the attorney for this group of misfits, baby killers, because we don't know who all was in the house. And I've said that to you all in many of my lives I've done since I got involved in this story. You don't know who's involved in the story. You don't know who's living in the house. You don't know anything. So therefore, you can't believe anything that's being said. So these people running over here to rats behind the wall means nothing to me, because they are enabling a baby killer. So why the fuck do I care about anything that they have to say, and getting off the phone and muting the phone to say, oh, this and that, and oh, that? It means nothing. You're enabling these people. So why the fuck are we going to believe anything you have to say when you're right or die with these people? You're right or die with these people. Same thing with them goofy ass people out there protesting. You're hooping and hollering, disturbing the peace. Those people are taxpayers. They deserve to have peace and quiet. We get it. You're upset, but you are part of the problem as well, because what you're doing is not helping. These people don't care. That's why Quentin is dead now. Nobody cared for him. Nobody cared about his welfare. Nobody cared about his brother and sister, because we can't leave them out either. Nobody cared. So all this hooping and hollering, blocking the driveway, man, these people don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. That's the reason why they were over at Tybee Island getting crunk and turned up and drunk, giving out phone numbers, asking for phone numbers, staying in a hotel, because they don't care. Jesus. What is it going to take for you all to realize that? Care anything about you standing out there? Did it ever occur to any of you bobbleheads? She's getting pumped up from you standing out there cussing and fussing. The psychopath is enjoying every minute of it. Oh, look at them. They're so stupid. They're all upset about this baby. They ain't going to find him. You all better wake up. They don't care. It's the reason why the kid is gone.
It's heartbreaking.
And I hope everyone that's buying those super chats and super stickers and sending them money, it's ridiculous.
I agree.
You're supporting piece of shit scumbags.
Agree.
And your misinformation and distracting is preventing
It is
him being found and solving these cases.
They're going to be okay when it's time to go to court. All this is over with, and this goes to court. All this YouTube sensationalism, messenger stalking bullshit, when it plays out in court, and they bring up your fucking past, rat behind the wall, then you'll feel some type of way, because then you're going to feel stupid when the district attorney's asking your dumb ass what the hell you're doing in Canada, whatever the hell business you had going on here in America.
And who's
You
taking
don't
care
think
of your
about stuff
babies?
like that. Huh?
And who's taking care of your babies?
Exactly. Because that's the whole point. When you immerse yourself in a case, they will go dig up stuff about you. That's why you know these people are stupid. You're not thinking about the day that your ass is called into court and they start asking you questions about, well, I hear that you did this, and I hear you had these problems with your children, or your children were taken away from you. I hear you abused your children, and blah, 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 blah. Do you really want to sit up on a witness stand and explain what the fuck was going on in your life because you decided to get involved with a bunch of fucking hillbillies down here in Tennessee and Georgia?
And is any dick worth that for real? Like,
stay out of it. Damn.
You know?
Thank you, Sunset. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you.
I just want to solve these cases and see justice. And I just.
Well, God got it. God got it. That's how I
was, to the people.
He does.
To the people giving these creators money, do you see what you're doing? That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I agree with you.
Let's resume some of this because I've got like an hour left on this bullshit. Here you go.
Hi, Michael.
I apologize.
Sorry.
This is the rat and her boyfriend. He's a rat too because he's egging
all that protesting stuff. I actually did a live this morning saying that they need to knock that stuff off, but it sounds like they're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Yeah, like their goal is. Yeah. So, are you like? Do you live at that house?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
When Quentin on October 5th, was there anyone? It was just Leilani, Danny, and the children home, or was anyone else at the house in that time frame?
Sorry. So Leilani wanted me to let you guys know that when the time comes, she will come and share her story. As of right now, she is barred by the FBI.
That's understandable, and okay, Leilani, thank you.
That's bullshit. She's barred by the FBI. You all believe that?
I just want to apologize because I just recognized that I was talking over you, and that's just
no, that's okay. I've been known to cut off my guests. I apologize. I want to know, how do you all feel about what he said? He said that the FBI has barred Leilani from speaking, but she wants to come forward and bring her story.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe that. Rainbows?
I'm feeling bad because it's disrespectful to talk over you. It's your channel now.
It's okay, sweetheart. Just answer the question I'm asking you.
There's a lag.
The brother says she's going to bring forward her story. The FBI has barred her from talking. Well, if the FBI barred you from talking, then how are you going to bring forward the story?
Oh my goodness, I can't answer that.
I feel like if she wants to speak, she will.
You would have done it already. Bingo.
Exactly.
You would have already talked. We're approaching week 3 this Wednesday. It's now Sunday here in the high 10. So on Wednesday, it'll be 3 weeks that you put in a call to the dispatch that your child is missing. Why would it just now be you got to talk to this goofy ass crackhead that, using your brother as a mouthpiece and a gopher, that, I'm going to talk to you guys soon, but the FBI has barred me, but I'm going to talk anyway. Okay.
Queen, I don't believe it, because if I was, as a mother, if my baby were missing and I had nothing to do with it, I would be knocking on neighbors' doors. I would be, just anything I could do to get my voice out there.
Exactly.
Clear me and help.
Yes, Alicia. Yes. Why didn't you, Leilani, come forward in the beginning to tell the public your child was missing? Can you help me? Please look out for my baby. He looks like this. He's this tall. His hair is this color. His eye is this color. You never came forward to say anything about your child. Weeks later, you got people tracking you over to Tybee Island, getting crunk and turned up with your mother and family members. And now your stupid ass brother's over here talking to this goofy chick that you're going to eventually tell us the truth about what happened and blah, blah, blah. It's bullshit. You all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of this.
To piggyback up to the mother,
shit all over.
make this make sense is what you're basically saying.
Well, it's never going to make sense because it's a lie. When did the lie ever make sense? These are all
and the truth doesn't
bullshit.
change.
This bitch has no intention of telling you nothing about what happened weeks ago in Savannah, Georgia.
And they're contradicting themselves. They can't keep track of the lie.
Exactly. My information then tells me she has never talked to them formally in a police precinct. She only talked to them the day she reported the kid missing when they came to the house. Other than that, Leilani allegedly has not ever walked down into Chatham County's police station to sit down and talk with these people about her child missing. So that should tell you she ain't getting ready to come over to nobody's YouTube channel or Facebook page and tell you a fucking thing about what happened to her baby. And anybody that wants to sit up here and believe it's an accident, you're a fucking idiot. Because ain't nobody gonna have an accident and then not call fucking 911. I'm sick of this bullshit.
Agree. And here's the thing. The only things that we've heard from family online was from mom and stepdad, which was like, oh, well, she doesn't always tell the truth.
Yes,
and we
Jackie.
can't trust her because she lies.
Yeah.
So that's all we know. We've not even heard from mama. Just grandma and stepdad.
Exactly.
She's known to lie. She's known to not tell the truth.
Right.
She could have postpartum psychosis.
So why should we sit here and leave Michael sitting here listening to these same people give him shit to feed back on his YouTube channel?
Who has been less involved in the household than even Billy Joe and
My
stepdad.
understanding, there's a brother that is not involved with them. I'm wondering if this is the brother from my source from law enforcement.
We don't know. It could also be a troll. We don't know that either.
Listen, I got a feeling Michael is the brother that really doesn't have anything to do with them. That's what was told to me.
That's what I thought.
The brother that doesn't deal with them. I'm wondering if this is Michael.
He felt very disconnected to me. I mean, I don't know. I don't live there. I don't, but
Somebody says Tattooed Rebel wanted Michael to prove who he was. They wanted him to take a picture of the pool. He said it was too dark.
Oh,
okay.
Convenient, right?
Well,
yeah. Where are the receipts that this is her brother?
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, thank you.
Anybody.
Make sure what you're saying is okay, Michael.
Mandy, stop this fucking chat now.
Yeah.
She said, Michael.
I warned you too many times.
She's leading him.
I'm just seeing what the questions are in chat. You're a flip-flopper, clout chasing. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, got the idiots in there.
That's okay. I'll take it.
I thought I said that only Leilani and Danny were
You
here.
are
but then
flip-flopper.
I disclosed with Paul being here.
Mm-hmm.
Like the old
Story. She has a story. She's involved in this. She has a side too. And if you don't want to hear it, you should not even be in the true crime community. Because if you don't think Leilani's side in this matters, you're dead ass wrong.
Well, we haven't heard from Leilani, girl.
What the heck? I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I want
drives me crazy.
to hear all sides, and so should you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should want to hear all sides.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia, you just pointed something out because she was leading Don Wells too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you lead by example. You got tangled up with some people down here in Tennessee where I live that have not been copacetic and kosher, have been involved with DHS different times separately before they even met each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've immersed yourself in this case, and you got the nerve to sit here and say everybody needs to listen to all sides. Well, Leilani has never spoke to the public. So what
Exactly.
fucking side is she getting ready to bring to YouTube? Think about that. That makes no logical sense.
Postpartum psychosis. Oh,
This
no,
bitch is really a wacko.
I don't believe in it.
You really shouldn't be listening to true crime if you don't want to listen to what Leilani has to say.
Well, she hasn't said
guess
shit
what,
yet, right?
bitch? She
She hasn't
hasn't
said
been
shit.
talking to law enforcement or the public. Yeah.
Just to herself in her
This
head.
bitch is really
maybe,
wacky. Man, she's
allegedly.
disgusting to me.
And
This is what you call a straight up crackhead bobblehead
shit show.
who believes in the bullshit she's spinning on behalf of fucking baby killers and enablers because
Pookie and
you're a
Ray Ray.
bottom feeder, you're an underdog, so you're fighting for the underdog. So this is why you got this fucking YouTube channel to sit here and spew this fucking bullshit because you're like the people. You're just like these people. That's why you're sitting up here spinning this bullshit. You gotta be ashamed of your fucking self.
Like attracts like.
I'm glad
Laws of
that,
chemistry.
you know what? I'm too lazy to lie because you have to keep track of all the lies, and after a while, you can't
Spin yourself a
remember them.
web.
So that's got to be a miserable.
That's
way
why
to
you don't
live.
keep up with them. That's why you don't keep up with them. That's why I don't even listen to people like this. I'm just saying, I'm playing you this bullshit to show you what the hell is going on, how stupid this case is getting ready to turn into. Now we've got this brother jumping out of a clown car, wanting to talk to
Right.
this fucking bobblehead here.
It's a fucking circus.
Sends all respect for the legal situation, positive ways for difficult reality. Wandering Sub says, can you tell us some things about Quentin, please?
As in regards?
Yeah, like,
What was he like?
yeah, like,
Yeah, man.
20-month old baby.
Yeah, he was a happy, bouncy, he's a quiet child. In my opinion, he was a baby, but he was one of the most well-behaved of the three. I mean, he was bright, he was happy, he was a good kid.
I can but a manipulator from a mile away.
Maybe Cher has some skeletons, some baby skeletons in her closet. Maybe that's what she left behind in the U.S. Maybe she's got some fucking babies missing in there. They're in some plastic totes or suitcases or some damn where.
Shit.
You can tell that he's reading from a script.
Yep. I agree.
Well, he's not reading from a script. They're asking him questions. What he's doing is getting off the phone to ask Billy Joe and Leilani the answers.
He's muting.
What we just listened to, we can listen to it real quick again. It sounds like when he answers, he's reading a script.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be a script, sweetheart, unless they got together and she asked him the question, but then that means he would already have the answers. He would need to keep pausing.
I mean, if he's been there, like, they could have been, like, rehearsing, like, what could have been frequently or commonly asked questions. And
Celeste says, but I only saw him 3 times. This brother is bullshit. I do believe my source is speaking of this brother here, that he was estranged from the family. Because where is the brother who was actually living in the house? I think his name is Paul. Where is that brother?
Well, when you're lying and you can't keep track of the lies and can't remember what your lies were, you're reading from a script.
Or you'll say, I can't recall. Let me find out and I'll get back to you.
That's why you shouldn't be doing the interview. If you have to pause while they're asking you questions, you shouldn't be doing the interview. If you don't know anything about this family, you don't know anything about what happened, you don't know the interactions in the house of the children, you shouldn't be doing this interview with this damn woman.
And if you have the best interest of the child at heart, you're going to say, hey, I don't know. Let me see what I can find out, and then I'll get back to you.
Yes, Beth. They're spinning a narrative.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they told him, they instructed him how to answer, and you can't keep track of his lies. Therefore, when he's answering her with the leading questions, he's reading from a script literally, and when you listen again, you can tell.
Okay. Okay.
I agree, because this is the second time I've heard it.
I hate to ask you, but do you think that Quentin is definitely deceased?
I'm holding hope that he's not.
Okay.
Oh, it sounds like a generic answer.
That would be great.
And she said great.
Can catching up the last 5 minutes. Hey, Deets. But people lie. Why? How do you know it's the true? Not being disrespectful at all. Why do I think it's true? I feel like it's true because I'm experiencing it completely different than the Wells. Do you remember what the Wells?
Oh my God! Are you? Oh my God!
Gag me with a fucking spoon.
Bitch is crazy.
That this isn't the same thing.
It is the same thing.
They're making billions.
They're deeming her a suspect.
Dawn wanted me. Here, take this and bash
Dawn wanted me.
This creator down, and only worried about how I could make him and Candace look innocent and look good on social media, to the point where I was coaching him on how to act in front of them.
Share. Listen, everybody, hold on. Share. You need to stop doing this. Seriously.
Nobody forced her.
This situation is no different. We assume these people are involved in the disappearance of Summer Wells and the discardment of her. And her body's
gross.
2, you have the law enforcement telling you this woman is involved, and you're still placating the involvement of the family and their knowledge thereafter. You act like Billy Joe is not complicit in this death. She is complicit because she is the one who had custody of the children.
Yep.
So therefore, she's complicit. Whether she suffocated, strangled, beat the baby, it doesn't matter.
Left him home with mama.
Her name was on the paperwork, you dizzy bitch.
100%.
Don't sit up here and try to
my
say
grandkids.
These two cases are not the fucking same. You're enabling these people, so it's the same game.
Yep.
Exactly.
Look at the custodial parent or guardian paperwork.
Exactly. You left those children alone with this bitch when you knew she had no business having the children. She should have been living in her own separate house apartment, and you kept the kids, got a babysitter, whatever. And frankly, the fact that you traveled for a living as a welder, you didn't need the children anyway because you weren't going to be at home to attend to the children's needs. You can't depend on a fucking babysitter to be a fucking parent.
But I want to know, okay, even if Billy Joe had custodial guardianship over the babies, okay, and she was working out of town, her husband was in the household and her partner, so he would be the default guardian. Is that correct? If they were married?
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Don't ask me. Well, it doesn't matter because he was away with her, so he's just as guilty.
I didn't know. So they were both, liable.
The point is, you left those kids with her for whatever reason, whether it was you want to give her a second chance. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you thought she would kill the children. It doesn't matter. Your name is on the fucking paperwork.
Exactly. But the second chance was Billy Joe and stepdad, and that they failed. So there was no third chance. So it was first mom, then it was Billy Joe and her husband, and they both left the baby's home with mama.
Money pays the bills. We know this.
I mean, I get it. I know her.
You got to pay bills. She has a house. She has a nice spread. That shit costs. But where she fucked up was her name on that paperwork when she knew she was never going to stay at the house and raise the children.
But sacrifice. I mean, here's my thing is I don't care how many earthly goods I had. If you're risking your grandchildren's safety and well-being,
and that's what she did.
It's not fucking worth it.
And that's what she and Pat Paul did.
That shit.
And that's what she and Pat Paul did. And the fact, as what's his name, Shogun Cinema said about the cameras at the house, that they got cameras of them watching the property. Drop off your stuffed animals, blah blah blah. But we have cameras now. Well, let's go to that. Do you have cameras showing your daughter take the baby out and come back empty-handed?
100%. It's greed. Your greed cost your grandchildren their life, your daughter life for the next few years, allegedly, possibly, and your own. I mean, is it really fucking worth it? Because now
you every day, Alicia. That's what you got to understand about people. Every day people
But
do
it's-
stuff they know they don't have no business. We all have done it. We've all talked to
Right?
people we don't have no business talking to.
I agree.
Sex, relationships, made children with people we don't have no business talking to, dealing with. We have listened to people who talk about illegal activity. We all are flawed.
Yeah,
Well,
none of
that's
us
for
are
You
Jan-
sign the paperwork. That's how I feel. There's
did not
no
do that
getting
shit.
around that. There's no explaining it. There's no
No.
sugarcoating it. You are responsible for all of those kids, whether you
Agreed.
didn't have custody of Sky or not. And let's talk about that.
Agreed.
Sky was the last child. Why didn't
That
you
little
have custody
baby.
of her? Don't you find that strange?
And why did Daddy run away? Why did Dad leave his
Because
new
he's
wife?
either a part of it or
Mhm.
he's
Or
told
saw.
on her.
Or guilty
And if he's the
knowledge.
one that called McCarter, he's guilty.
I agree.
Because you have no
did-
reason to call somebody at that time in the morning to say one
Right.
child's not coming. So that goes back to what I've been asking.
At 10
What
till
happened
6.
with the other two children not
Was
going?
Was it 10 till 6 that he called or texted or whatever?
5:30.
Yeah.
5:30, she got a text.
Yeah. And then at 9 o'clock, and then she went over there like, hey, let me help you. Like, no, we don't need your help. Okay. And was Danny there at that time? I think he was. I think Danny and Leilani were there at 9 when she showed up.
She said I saw his eyes, they were cold. I don't think she'd lie about that.
No, I mean, I believe her.
I don't think she lied about that.
I think she loved those babies more than
My source tells me the door was open between 2 and
2 to
5.
5.
For those who have not been following the content. So that means somebody got up out that house or outside and opened the door either from the inside or the outside.
But
Point
they
being,
leave it open.
no matter what you believe, somebody still had to close the door at 5 o'clock,
Right.
5 a.m.
And I would think that might be before Danny went to work.
So that leads me to believe this was
Just
all
thinking.
orchestrated and premeditated.
I think it
So-
happened late the night, early morning.
Thomas says he was late for work. Bring a receipt, Thomas.
I want to see. And from what I heard, it was Billy Joe got him a job. Is that right?
What?
I don't know. I've heard Billy Joe got Danny a job, and they were both working for the same company.
Yeah, well.
But I don't know because I need receipts. I'm just saying, allegedly, rumor has it, you know? I don't know.
Well, did it ever occur to you all? He had a job allegedly, but now he's in Atlanta. Stay woke.
Right. And if you had a great job, and because supposedly it's a
Why
really
would you
good
leave?
job,
Why would you leave?
because you were fleeing from something.
Exactly.
Which, here's the thing, like, I mean, she may have done something, but we don't know. She could be like battered and abused
I don't trust
and
anything.
covering for him. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, that's what she's trying to. That's what Cher's going to mention later. They're all going to mention, but in the end,
But we don't know.
you don't know. And if indeed he's the one that called McCarter, you can throw the battered syndrome bullshit out the
Right.
window. You're both
But
still
you
complicit.
didn't protect your baby.
Right. That's it.
And
Because
you're-
you call the police to say, "Hey, I think this motherfucker killed my kid."
Yeah, you're complicit and you're going to get a deal because at least you're like saying, hey, you know, he did this. I think he did this. We're in a relationship. I've been physically, psychologically, mentally abused, and he told me not to tell, or he's threatened me, you know. And you're gonna they're gonna have a little bit of maybe a little bit of leniency on you, but ultimately you enabled that, and you're complicit, and you're gonna get
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
the law
but
says
you're not gonna get
the first one that hollers.
the squeaky wheel
plea
gets the
deal.
cheese.
Yeah, that's the law. First person that hollers gets the plea deal.
And she didn't run. He did.
She didn't run. Why would she run? She's been enabled. She's not gonna run.
I mean,
Don't you find it strange? The mother goes to the news, her and Papa talking about her.
Danny did.
He says, oh, she lies all the time. Then the mother says, oh, something's not adding up. But yet you're hooping and hollering up on Tybee Island with the same person. Think about
Right.
it.
That's kind of weird.
No, it's not. They're dysfunctional. They're that type of people that throw down, argue, fuss, name call, push, punch. Then the next day they're sitting drinking together.
It's enabling.
because these people live like this. They're just hillbillies. They don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, hills of eyes.
They're hillbillies. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
A whole lot of eyes.
I agree.
That people would respect him a little more, or at least listen to him, or whatever the hell he was doing, right? This is not the same.
Lord.
Billy's answering every question. As soon as I ask it, there's no time for her, even when I ask the question, that she's showing me something or responding. And again, I believe her because it's not about, she doesn't want me out there fighting her battles or trying to make her look better or getting $1 million ideas or tearing down another YouTuber. She just hasn't asked that.
Oh, my Lord.
It's different.
We just want the justice. We just want to find out what happened.
Yep. And that's exactly what she said. And it doesn't matter who, how, where, why. Someone's asking, how is Leilani doing?
Hard. You know, it's an emotional thing, and she's got many emotions in there to express. You know, when my mom passed away, it was really hard for me to shed tears, but this lady here has cried a lot.
Oh, let's stop there. Leilani has cried a lot.
I haven't seen it.
I just recognized why I got fired up. I've been
Well, answer this before you go into that. The brother says she's been crying a lot.
He hasn't been there.
Well, he obviously let him tell it. He must have been. He's saying she cried a lot.
Mm. He's been there for how long?
I don't know.
Not very long from what I heard.
How do you feel about that, Rainbows? Leilani's been crying a lot.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Let's go on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's shaking her head.
Is Leilani clean at the moment?
Is she clean?
Hold on.
What? Wait a minute.
Let me ask her. Are you clean?
He's got the check. He's got the check. Oh my God, Thomas, stop. Why don't you ask how Quentin's doing? Exactly. I think he answers yes. Hold on, you guys.
His drug test came up clean.
Awesome.
What?
Wait, hold on. Go back.
The grandmother.
It's leading him to.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Is Leilani clean at the moment?
Hold on.
Sorry.
Yes, the last drug test came up clean.
Awesome.
This is that.
If Leilani can't remember, how does she know he's in the landfill? I don't think Leilani said that. I think police said that. I'm not sure. Is that something you can answer, Michael?
Yes, that was the FBI that came up and said that. They said they believe he's in the landfill. They believe that he's deceased.
Okay, so she didn't say that.
By the evidence that's what it's leading them to.
And you wouldn't be able to tell us what evidence it was that they found, would you?
We don't even have the answers.
Surveillance.
Who's Darren Drake? Is that someone you know, Michael?
I do not.
Okay. Who is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll give you a chance, Darren, if you're respectful. Okay, hi, Darren.
I am actually Tiffany. That's my husband's name. I'm sorry. Can I turn my camera off?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Hi. I'm just coming up because I'm a grandmother that I took custody of my 4 grandchildren through CPS custody. Okay. So after 18 months of fighting, I actually had to hold my hand to the court to tell them that I would take care of them until they're 18 years of age, regardless. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you make that point to the court, it's something that you should withhold, and it's something that you're promised to.
Yeah.
So the only thing I'm saying is, she might not have known this was going to happen, but like the court paper said, she should have assumed.
Right.
It could happen.
Right. We know that. Thank you.
Wow, she took her down.
Sorry,
You hear
just
that?
don't want to hear that
What
again.
the
Oh, she don't want to hear that again. That's
Everyone
what. That's
knows
see.
that.
Let me go there. That's what I don't care about this bitch. You want to drop
Selective
the lady
hearing.
down because she doesn't fit into what you want to spin on this network of yours. Oh, I don't want to hear that anymore.
Yep.
So you want somebody to be in agreement that BJ wasn't in the wrong for taking custody of the kids.
Selective
The woman
hearing.
told the truth. She did sign the paperwork to be the custodian.
Yep.
So you sound
That was
fucked
her
up.
job.
You don't want the woman to say anything about that because she's done it with her grandchildren. Because it's the truth. She did take custody. So she is responsible, whether she thought the girl was going to kill her kid or not.
Yep.
She dropped her down.
She put.
Everyone knows that, and I'm sorry. I've heard it a million times in the last week, and I'm sure Michael has, and Billy, we're done with that.
Yeah. That lets you know she's Cher's just like them. That's why she dropped
Because
her
her
down.
kids are in the U.S.
We don't know that people would like to ask.
Sharon, she's just like them. She's in it. She's a bottom feeder.
Sorry, what was it?
And
Were
she's
the
just
kids
like them.
supposed to spend the night with the babysitter.
Parental evasion.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Were the kids supposed to spend the night with the babysitter? That's what was asked. Man, this lady's a piece of work, man.
I'm trying to get everyone's questions. I'm sorry, I'm missing some.
I don't know if it's been said, but I just wanted to let everybody know that the kids were not done or taken, however you want to say it, through CPS.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember, I think we went over that last night with her.
I don't understand what that means.
Yeah.
Billy's told me it was never like a court order through CPS that why she had custody, but yeah.
Forgive me, what was the other question?
We'll find out.
Were the kids supposed to spend the night with the babysitter?
I believe they were not supposed to stay the night with the babysitter that night.
Okay. Was that a common thing?
She has people to
There's
follow
been
her.
a lot of people talking about the kids would quite often spend the night at the babysitters. Is that true?
It wasn't common unless they had the other grandkids and birthday parties.
Whatever. That's what I'd heard.
Oh.
Hi, Coco.
That doesn't even make any sense. What do you mean birthday party?
Don't make sense.
Did Curtis come hang out with the family for a couple days? He said things that some are taking as fact.
Who?
That's what I'm like.
Curtis?
Curtis? I don't know.
Who's Curtis?
I don't know who that is. Who actually sent that text? Nobody there named Curtis. Who actually sent that text to the babysitter?
Lordy jeez.
Which text? I'm sorry.
I think that was that.
What the hell?
Mhm.
Yeah. That was Danny.
Ready. Is there anything that you'd like to say, just to everyone out there who's listening?
It's really the same thing as we're all here. We're all trying to find out what's going on, and you can only ask someone so many questions. You can force the water, but you can't force them to drink.
What was funny though about him laughing about
Here,
that?
let me stop that while you speak. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but he laughed and he was like just kind of giggling. I'm like, what's funny about that question? You know, like
Yeah. He shouldn't be speaking for these people. If they have
It
something
was
they want to say to
weird.
the general public about what happened to Quentin
just say
Simon,
I can't speak
they
for
should
them.
they should speak on their own.
Agree.
You don't use a mouthpiece in a situation like this. He's not an attorney. So
Right.
why are you using him?
He's just
He
making
wasn't
an
there
ass of
living in the
himself.
house. There's no point in using him. He has to keep pausing to answer a question. This is not what you do on TV. It's just like going on a talk show.
Right. You
And
just
somebody
shut
asks
the
you a
fuck
question and
up.
you're sitting there, you've got to go speak in a mouthpiece, Bluetooth, or walk behind the screen and talk to somebody. This is ignorant. This is ignorant.
Danny. Yes, Danny needs to be looked at much harder than he is. I'm not sure why he's not. He thinks he's
got groundbreaking information. I sent him a text today. I'm like, the heat you're watching Billy get in that house get is coming your way. Your mom's job, your mom's house.
And Sharon, who are you to text somebody to tell them what the fuck is getting ready to happen to them? That's what I like to know. Who are you to tell somebody that he's getting ready to come to them? Because you don't even know what's the truth pertaining to who's all involved. You're just getting a version from allegedly these people via this Michael person. But you don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. And if we're to believe that he called McCarter that morning, then hell yeah, he's a co-conspirator of the death of Quentin Simon. Because that means you had to have knowledge the possible child was not alive to call the babysitter to tell her he ain't coming. So I'm going to ask this question for the 18th time. What was the conversation about the remaining two children? Find it interesting you don't mention that during this fucking live. Because you're talking around the subject. Thank you all for joining me.
Because that's probably where he's at. Like, his whole entire family is about to experience the exact same thing. So, and if Liliani can hear me, please do not, if you know that somebody else is involved, please do not take a charge that does not belong to you. Even if some charges belong to you, do not take them all over some man. That's all I want her to hear from me right now.
She heard you. Good.
God, this lady is a piece of
Now, there was also, I don't know if it's been told, but Danny told a family member here before he left that he holds all the answers. And that really bothers me.
Yeah. Do you know why he just left?
I don't know. Nobody was expecting it. His parents came down. They were doing things they weren't supposed to do, and they up and left.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Please ask what happened at 5 p.m. Tuesday when the kids came home. Sorry, Panther, from the sitters. If he knows or can answer.
I would have to ask my mother. I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay. Is Danny blaming Lilani? I think so. I think he is. Yeah, actually, no, he is. He's saying it was all Lilani. Okay, Lady B, I will let you up to ask the question, but please be respectful, because if people are just going to bring up the same shit that we already all know and whatever, like, it's really, to me, not helpful at all. And so I'll give you a shot, but please, like, what the other one did was just
pure addict behavior.
Hi.
Totally agree with you, Cher. I would never do something like that. I just have a couple of questions, and I'm asking respectfully if your sister did not like or hated Quentin because she did not like or hated his father.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, but Mama would tell you. And when I was on here on vacation, every time I seen her or Danny, it really was unconditional love.
Wait a minute, that wasn't Quentin's father, was it, Danny?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I didn't think so. I was asking if she didn't like Quentin because she did not like his father. Is it Cody? Quentin's dad.
Hold on one second. The father was Bubba Moss, and no, there was no difference in between.
Right, okay, yeah, I forgot. As soon as you said, I was like, yeah, right. You get nervous when you get up here. And
you're telling me.
Yeah, I bet. Well, excuse me. I just also would like to ask you a question, Cher, and I think this is something a lot of people would like to know. And it has nothing to do with your personal life, hon. I know all about that. I've watched you for years. You
just didn't know I was around because I never said anything. But all I want to know is, how did you validate and verify his ID, Billy's ID? How did you make sure that we're not talking to some Joe Mo out here that's been put up to saying this? No offense to you, Michael. It's just,
I wouldn't do that to y'all. I wouldn't do that to y'all. You can just trust me that I've been on the phones or video calls or seen screenshots that I'm not currently allowed to share. I am asking people to just trust me on that right now because I can't. The investigation is still ongoing. And
yes,
just like,
I met them and I saw his ID.
Yeah, but I would not bring up fake people to you guys. I just would not. Thank you.
You're fake, but you wouldn't bring up fake people. That's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to protect my family.
I'm a rat, but I wouldn't bring up a rat.
Claire going out there if you want.
Lord have mercy.
We did show that.
I never heard of such.
That she sent you, right?
Yeah.
There's a video of
and Michael,
the truck trying to leave the driveway, but it's from the point of view of the house.
Yeah.
So that obviously came.
Yeah, obviously Billy sent you that video.
I also gave Mama, and she might be give it to you, the video from my viewpoint as well from inside the truck.
Yeah. Yeah. So
before I leave.
How about this? There's somebody that they put up on their screen by the name of Chris Wells. Mike, thanks for being up front with us and sending peace signs and a heart and a prayer. Chris Wells, are you related to the Wells? Are you all listening to this garbage? It's hard for me to even understand how people are walking around and have this type of mentality. We're talking about a dead kid and 2 other children in foster care. And you're sitting here spinning this bullshit on your channel with this bloke who really doesn't know a fucking thing about nothing because he has to keep putting the fucking phone on mute to ask these people questions. So that means he doesn't really know anything. So why the fuck are you all using him as a mouthpiece to go up on this channel to speak? And I do not believe Leilani is going to go and tell us anything. If she decides to use a YouTuber to speak, such as this rat behind the wall, it won't be the truth. Because you never rallied for your child. You never went before the news to say, hey, my baby's missing. Please help me find my baby. The door was open. I got up and found out it was unlocked. I think my child was kidnapped. You haven't said a damn thing. And then you've got allegedly a brother talking to this dizzy broad. She doesn't want people saying anything or asking anything that's already been said over 1,000 times and blah, blah, blah. No, bitch, you're trying to push a narrative that this fucking hooker ain't done nothing to her fucking kid. Because you're just like them, Cher. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say your name out loud. I'm sure that's probably an alias. You're a bottom feeder. You're an enabler, a bottom feeder, and you're an underdog. And underdogs push for other underdogs because you are of a like mind. You are of the same caliber. You're cut from the same cloth. You're a bottom feeder. So you're aiding these people just like you did the Wells. And then you tried to play like you were so distraught when you were hoodwinked and bamboozled by Donald Wells and his wife, Candace Bly Wells. But the point is, you didn't have any business taking up with them anyway because you didn't know them and you didn't know their involvement with their daughter. Now here it is, a new year. You're all the way over here in Georgia fucking around and dicking around with these people. You don't know a damn thing about them either. And you want to push the narrative like ain't nobody did nothing to the baby. Oh, it could be an accident. We don't know. Oh, y'all need to check Danny. That's bullshit. We already fucking know. He's possibly involved. If we're to believe McCarter, he is involved. If he sent the text, he's involved. With all this bullshit you're spinning about, oh, Leilani, don't take all the charge by yourself, blah, blah, blah. Man, lady, you need to stop talking. Because, see, you are what's wrong with the world. You, Leilani, BJ, Pat, Paul, this fucking Michael, you all are what the fuck is wrong with the world. You're enablers and you with this bullshit. And you sit up here and try to cry and moan like you care about kids when you don't give a fuck about that damn boy. And you don't care about his brother or sister. You don't care about the Wells. You don't care about any fucking thing. And that's the bottom line. And you're using this fucking network as a pooper scooper. That's what you're doing. You're pooper scooping right now. And it's disrespectful to the dead. And it's disrespectful to the living. You don't care anything about these kids. You don't care about this child being dead. You're just somebody winding people up like a motherfucking toy, playing the fuck around. This is a fucking kid that's gone. And you're sitting here ride or dying with these people you don't know a fucking thing about. Well, maybe we should pay your ass a little visit. Maybe somebody should knock on your door and ring your fucking bell and pay you a little visit. See how the fuck you end up. Because you all keep dicking around with these fucking people. Y'all ass is going to end up in a damn landfill. And that's something some of you YouTubers don't understand. While you out here hooping and hollering and jumping around like a bunch of fucking dirty ass sewer rats. You keep fucking around with these fucking people, you're going to end up just like them fucking babies. Missing in action. Sucking on a damn plastic ass trash bag. Because you want to be seen, want to be validated. For what? You want to be validated for enabling baby killers? That's what you get up out of bed for? You're sitting up here right now on a live looking like a straight fucking junkie. Eyes hollow, head bigger than your fucking body. Yeah, I said it. You're like a fucking Martian on this live. And I'm going to say it. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm sick of you motherfuckers keep going round and round with these fucking sick ass people like you know them. You don't know anything about them. You don't know anything about Candace. You don't know anything about Don. Now you're all the way down to Savannah, Georgia, sitting up here whining this shit up on a fucking live. Oh, don't say this. Oh, I won't let you up on the live. And I mean, you fucking act like you're somebody important. No Oprah Winfrey. You ain't. No Gayle King. You ain't. No Sally Jackson Raphael. You ain't. Just a random motherfucking bobblehead. You should look at yourself and ask yourself, damn, I look fucking bad on this live. My head is sunk in like a fucking skeleton. Does it ever occur to you? You look like a skeleton sitting up here talking this bullshit. So basically, we're looking at a dead motherfucker spin us a web about Leilani and the baby and the family. Why the fuck do I want to listen to a skeleton speak? How about that? Why do I want to hear a walking skeleton speak about a baby killer and enablers? Answer that for me. You don't want nobody coming up on that panel because you know your ass ain't got no business even talking about this because you're aiding these people. You don't want anybody saying anything about these people. You act like you're fucking one of them. Hell, are you fucking Leilani? Hell, help me understand. Billy Joe looked like she likes girls. So what's really going on? Have you all been underlined on the messenger trying to hook up some menage a trois, quadruple trois? What are we talking about? Just a bunch of what? Bisexual ass women getting a go off a fucking dead baby? Yeah, I'm going there. Because you sound like a fucking fool. Stupid ass wench.
I just want to tell you how sorry I am that you're going through this, Michael. And there are prayers going out.
God bless you, ma'am.
And that's it. I'm done.
Thank you, lady, for being so respectful. I appreciate that.
Well,
see, that's how you do it.
Well, that's me all the time.
Yeah, because she's not saying anything against these people. That's why she's
Thank
respectful.
you.
Let you tell it. Fucking Skeletor. You got that right.
I'll kick you from studio. Don't worry. There you go. I'm wondering, do we give Meg Healy a chance or not? When Evil entered. Okay, sorry. Does the family believe this was a horrible accident?
That is a thought in our heads, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had said earlier that there are a few hypotheses.
Yeah. And from my conversations, I think it's already been out public, but I mean, do they, of course, want it to be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, an accident, or like you heard or saw that she was texting last night, that it doesn't matter who, where, how, what, like they're, you know, I've thrown a bunch of things at Billy and she doesn't. Yeah, I think anyone would hope it was an accident instead of thinking your daughter or your sister did something.
Listen at this bitch. Yeah, we're hoping it's an accident. They're hoping it's an accident. Well, if it was an accident, Cher, how would the baby get in a dumpster? I'm not playing any more of this bullshit. If you want to finish and go over to this bitch's channel to listen at this garbage, I'm done with this because this is me aiding the devil, and I'm not doing it anymore. This right here tells you that this bitch has no common sense whatsoever. They're hoping it was an accident. Okay, well, if it was an accident, how did the baby get in a trash bin to the landfill? You don't throw away your child because the baby bumped his head. The TV fell on top of him. What you do is you call 911. And see, you are what's wrong with the world because you're enabling this bullshit. You're enabling this bullshit. They are hoping it's an accident. Do you know how absurd that sounds? They are hoping it's an accident, yet the police thinks the baby's in a landfill. I want you all to just think about that for just a second. Leilani is our prime suspect. We believe the baby's in a landfill, and this doofus ass bitch gonna say, oh, they're hoping it's a accident. Who gives a fuck? If it was an accident, why didn't you call 911? Why didn't you call the police? Why didn't you call the ambulance to come pick up your baby? Oh, my baby's not breathing. Wasn't an accident. This is an intentional homicide that she and that damn baby daddy, 9 times out of 10, covered up. He's also a cohort, covered it up. And we don't know if she even called her mom to say she killed her fucking baby. We don't even know what Billy Joe knows. And this bullshit ass Q&A with Michael is a farce. And only a sick person will sit here and aid a motherfucker to say, oh, well, it was an accident. They threw the baby away because they didn't want nobody to think they did something to the baby. Well, then that means you weren't living the type of lifestyle that's appropriate for child rearing for somebody to think you did something to your child. How about that? Because if you're living right, you'll call 911 regardless of what happened to your kid. Because that's the right thing to do. Your baby has an accident and you don't call 911, then that means possibly you know that you would be deemed negligent and possibly brought up on charges. I don't want to hear no more of this bullshit. You feel free. You want to go over there and knock on this bitch's door to finish this content. I'm done. I don't have this kind of time. I'm already at 3 hours and 7 minutes. I don't want to play no more of this bullshit. These motherfuckers been down there banging on people's doors, hooping and hollering, disturbing the peace. Ambulance comes through to go to somebody's house. I don't know the gist of what actually happened with this person. He said, she said. The point is, you don't have any business down there hooping and hollering. This is a residential area. The street is public domain. The property is not. And all you motherfuckers filming and acting like you care about these kids and this and that. You don't care anything about the story. You don't care anything about Quentin Simon. This is just something for you to get some clicks and views. And it's sickening. You all don't care anything about this baby. You never cared about the baby. And that's the 411. Not the 211, but the 411. And let me tell you something about clicks and views. It may come at a price one day, because maybe one day you'll be walking outside your fucking door and lollygagging ass around, and somebody will come around the corner and fucking beat your ass in the head with a fucking baseball bat or shoot your ass in the head with a gun. Because they don't like the stuff you're doing pertaining to these stories, because you all obviously don't care. You sit up here and play like you're concerned about children and all this. Well, I can say the way you act and behave, you don't need any kids. Because if you don't have common sense to stay out of people's neighborhoods hooping and hollering, then that means you don't need to be a parent and you don't need to be a homeowner. Because it's only a matter of time that one day somebody gonna be standing outside your fucking doorway hooping and hollering, following you around and running around with a camera chasing you, and you're not gonna like it. The first thing you're going to say is, why are you following me? Why are you in my face? Because I can. I'm a YouTuber too. But I want to follow you around. See, it's different when the shoe is on the other foot. And that's what these bobbleheads don't seem to understand. You can't sit up here to aid Leilani and not act as if it's no big deal. It is a big deal because the police have deemed her suspect number one. So that means they have something on her. So you can dick around the subject all you want. They have something on her. So why are you all aiding her? Why are you sitting here playing the gong show with this fucking YouTuber? Every time somebody asks you a question, you got to mute your phone and then go ask your mama, they asked blah, 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 blah. What's the answer? That means you really don't know the family. You don't know your sister. You don't know anything. And the fact that you said in this Q&A with Cher, oh yeah, there are some things going on between her and her baby daddy, but I don't really want to get into that. Why not? You don't want to tell us the truth that they had a fucked up ass relationship, that possibly it was violent, possibly he's a junkie too. You don't want to tell that. Well, we'll use our own imagination. That they're both junkies and they both have something to do with the death of Quentin Simon. How about that? And anybody that stayed in that house knew of drug usage and abuse toward all three children. And that Billy Joe never had any intention of taking care of the children. She went off into the sunset with her and her husband, doing what the fuck she wanted to do and reaping the benefits somehow for these kids, possibly filing them on her taxes. How about that? So Cher, you and your husband can go suck a nut. Because you're despicable. And them other YouTubers down there, you all are despicable too. Because it's only a matter of time. You're going to wake up one day and you're going to have the same type of people bitching and moaning outside your door and raising hell, and you're going to feel some type of way. What? Why are you out here in my house? I haven't done anything. I ain't killed no baby. Well, maybe there's going to be some people that don't like your ass. And they're going to feel justified in hanging outside your house, banging on doors, windows, and cussing and fussing. And that one lady going live, chewing pizza and shit, you're not down for the cause. You're not a ride or die chick. Because you stood on the sidelines eating pizza, looking out the window, filming this bullshit. And even said during the live, I ain't about to block nobody's driveway. Then your ass shouldn't have been down there. Because the rest of the motherfuckers want to get down with the bullshit. And anybody stupid enough to give somebody their car keys and purse while being arrested, you're a fool. What you should have done was ask that lady for your keys. Hey, go get my car keys. Hey, go get my purse. See, none of you had a plan B. Let me say that before I get off this live. None of you had a plan B while going down there riding and whatever the fuck you call yourself doing, protesting. How does a fucking couple go, both get arrested, and you don't have anybody to leave your keys, your purse with that you know and trust? You're going to trust some random YouTuber to move your car and drive your car somewhere? Are you hearing this bullshit? You don't know this bitch from Adam. I got you. I got you. I got you. Go in your purse, steal your money, then you'll be making a fucking YouTube video by saying, oh, those people I was down there rallying with, they stole my money, stole my debit card. Man, you all are all stupid. You're out there at sea without a fucking paddle. In a rowboat in the middle of the ocean without a fucking plan. Because you're self-serving. Sitting there whimpering. Oh, take care of my car, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because you weren't expecting to get arrested. You all were disrespectful to those officers when they first came. And I think it's interesting that they didn't arrest you, Johnny, on the spot the first round. But then they come back because possibly those neighbors were calling the police, letting them know, hey, we're taxpayers. We pay mortgages. We want to stop to this nonsense. So the police officers, you didn't do your job either because you let this bullshit go on to where this shit could be filmed on a live stream on YouTube. Everybody's playing a role in this farce pertaining to this little boy. Chatham County, you need your ass beat. Arrest this bitch File charges for her filing a false report of her child missing. Tell the judge you want her to sit in jail until you can get an arrest up until the baby's found. Tell them to hold her until the baby is retrieved out of the landfill. And the rest of you need to go home. Those people have a right to peace and quiet. That's their home. That's their livelihood. And you wouldn't like it if somebody was standing outside your fucking neighborhood, cussing and fussing and blocking the road and keeping people up. And as they said, there are people who possibly have children. You're disrespecting those kids who have to sit there and listen at you hoop and holler about some grown folk stuff they don't know anything about. See, you all don't really care about Quentin Simon. You don't care about other people's property. You don't care about the law. Because no decent human would stand out there knowing you're obstructing what is known as peace and quiet, livelihood. You can't say, I have the right to assemble, I have the right to free speech, but you're disturbing the peace. So the two don't go hand in hand. And obviously you don't know the law. You can't create a disturbance and in the same breath say, I have the right to assemble, I have the right to free speech. You don't have the right to wake up the dead. It's dark 30 and you're out there hollering and screaming. You're blocking this goofy ass family from getting out their driveway. Whether we like them or not, whether we think the Leilani is guilty, her family's guilty, it doesn't matter. The law is the law. You have no right to obstruct these people from coming out of their fucking driveway. If you want to be vigilante style, then handle your fucking business and pump one in them. How about that? You want to go all out, then go all out. But you all are really ride or die protesters. Because if you really wanted to be gangster with this shit, you'd push their fucking door open and drag their ass out of the house. How about that? You'd drag their ass out of their truck, their vehicle. You'd beat on the windows of their car. You'd go all the way with it. But you're not. Because Billy Joe or whoever's driving that car, truck could have easily just ran right through your asses and mowed your asses down, but they knew they didn't want any murder charges. Leave those people alone. Stop disturbing the peace down there. Those people have a right to peace and quiet. You want to rally and cuss and fuss? Then go to the police department and rally. That's who you should rally. Go protest in front of the police department, Chatham County. Because you're standing outside of a home of empty vessels. Those people do not care anything about Quentin or those other two children. They never have and they never will. So you standing out there with signs, honking, bullhorns, cussing, fussing, threats means nothing to a baby killer and enablers. And that's the part of the story you don't understand. They do not care. And that is the very reason that Quentin Simon is deemed deceased, because nobody cared about him. So all that fussing and cussing, blocking driveways, standing in the street, it's for nothing. And that's the part of the story you don't understand. They never cared. And possibly she's sitting there laughing at your dumb ass out there, hooping and hollering. They think they know everything. They think they got it right. Hell yeah, I killed that baby. Hell yeah, he's in the landfill. Hell yeah, you ain't gonna find his ass. So you can hoop and holler outside my mama's house all you want to. You're beating a dead horse. And that's what you don't get about the story, is that you are beating a dead horse. because nothing you are doing will ever make these people stand account for the murder of Quentin Simon. Not now, not never. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. Following the content, like, share, subscribe. If you see something, say something. Be a part of the solution and not the problem. There are many people out here who don't give a damn about children. And yes, they will hurt them, harm them, and kill them. And then you have those who aid them, such as what you're seeing here in this story. And they pretend that they are ride or die. But as you see, spectator to YouTuber, these people don't give a damn about Quentin Simon. They're self-serving, and they're just up here making videos and ranting and raving on that ground for validation. They're clout chasers. And when it comes to it, they're not going to bust a grape. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $ Big Angie, 129 Cash App. Thank you for the stickers and chats. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless all of you. Thank you for joining me this late morning. I'm a bit riled up because I'm sick of this BS. All these stories are the same to me. It doesn't matter the demographics, the nationalities. All the stories are the same that you see on the news. All these people are the same. They're bottom feeders, and they have people who enable them. And that is the reason why we have the cases we have of missing children and missing people and death, is that people just don't give a damn about each other. And then you have these people coming up pretending to care, when in the end they don't care. They never cared. That's the reason why the children are missing and the children are dead, because nobody cared for them. So please don't be misled by people pretending to be on the home team. Anybody can say they care about a child. But if you are enabling the wrongdoer, the murderer, you do not care about the child. And that's the bottom line. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans.
May I